The following program deals with a controversial
subject.
The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
the top talents in the comic book business are here to tell everything they know.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Tuesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays, another Industry of Comics. This is episode 97. Getting close to getting to 100, you guys.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty crazy.
Gonna have to think of something special.
It's just a
for
number.
100.
Just a number.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, I have a confession to make. For 97 episodes, I have not been telling everybody everything I know. I've been holding back some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Stan. I couldn't share everything I know.
Yeah.
And I have tonight I have moon pies for everybody. So these are the new moon pies that have come out.
They look great.
All over the place. Yeah, these are awesome. They are they're dated shorter. So I don't know if that makes sense. It's making them dated longer and they don't taste as good. But anyways, we got moon pies for everybody tonight.
Hell yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I missed last week. You guys were very loud. I could hear you guys in the background, and I wasn't even in the store. I was outside in the car. I'm like, what the hell is Dennis yelling about?
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. Shout out to those guys. I gave them an opportunity. You know, our show is always open. The channel, if you've got something to say and you want to say it, there's always a seat for you for 99.9% of people out there. And
hopefully the guy who was watching, who passed it on to them, is here tonight to pass on this. I watched the whole video, and yeah, they did kind of walk everything back, which is like a little bit more milquetoast.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not good for the industry, right?
No.
Well,
I think the weirdest takeaway was when you and I were talking, Emmett, and the guy said, "No, I make content for a living," and he didn't understand why two people who own comic book stores for a living would be upset at his living trying to take our living apart.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway. That's this. I started to watch the entire video. I got 3 in and I was like, nope.
So many. I hate to sound like an old man, but the world, it used to be, teenagers, the world revolves around, kids think the world revolves around them until they grow up.
Yeah.
Nobody's fucking growing up anymore. Everybody still thinks the world revolves around the shit they do.
Hey, if you turn 50 and you haven't grown up, you don't have to at that point.
Yeah, correct.
Listen, there's a difference about growing up and being responsible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the notion is today I spent 8 minutes talking to a guy about street dates, and he was right. He was, no matter what I said, he was right. And at the end, I'm like, well, why don't you bring up the lunar contract? I'll bring up my lunar contract, and we'll read it together. How dare you assume I own a comic book store? I'm like, dude, did I just waste 8 minutes talking to someone who has no idea what a lunar contract is?
Yeah.
So a lot of people out there, I get that you want to watch a lot of shows and that makes you entitled with knowledge, but that doesn't mean the knowledge you're getting is always right either.
Yeah,
well,
even from us. I mean,
97 episodes.
Yeah.
97 episodes. The reason Jesse and I first joined in was to educate Brian, who was on his other channels saying things that he had no clue about. And I think we've educated the audience and the viewers on a lot of things, especially during this last year of Diamond. And this is the 1-year anniversary of the Diamond bankruptcy, by the way, guys.
Ooh, interesting.
Wow.
Well,
That is true. Wow. Yes,
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We too bad they can't celebrate because they can't afford to buy a cake, but
is a fucking liar. You want?
Whoa, Jesus! We're going to that in a little bit.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's gonna be good stuff.
Wait, I don't even know what that is. What the
You
fuck?
will.
Oh,
You
he
will.
will. He'll play it for you.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I don't, that is interesting. No one's is interested in the facts these days. I think what it is people want to feel smarter than the next person, or at least at the same level as that person they're talking to. So I think what has happened is a lot of people have learned to BS much better.
Yeah.
I don't know if much
Yeah,
better makes sense, but I think
sometimes
they,
you have to slum it, Jesse, and that's why
Right.
I'm on this show for the last 97 episodes.
Yeah.
here's the worst thing that happened. Shakespeare said to thine own self be true. And it changed through the years, right?
Yep.
Through the years. And it was, I don't want to pick on anybody, but the liberals came out with live your own truth. Basically the same fucking shit. But it
No.
became you can make up your own truth.
Right.
Which
Okay.
you're not you don't get to
But
have your own opinion.
Geeks like
You
us.
get to be able to have your own informed opinion. And that was said by Harlan Ellison.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, but I'm going to go one step further. Geeks like us live by a more important creed. The creed that Spock says to Kirk at the end of Star Trek II as he's dying. The needs of the many far outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
I don't think that was the last words he said.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yeah, it's
he
Jim.
he never mind. Forget about it. I'm thinking that.
Then he said, I think I shit my
on the
pants.
back of-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unions. That's in our culture of society, but like the whole world revolves around a single person, especially if they start to get elevated above where they believe they're worth. And then they start getting the I don't belong here. And then
the imposter syndrome.
And that happens. And then they start acting out even more.
Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. That's the world we live in. It's like this. Do you have to have pencil number 2s anymore, or can you just have a pencil? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the world is anymore.
It's funny you talk about that because I was just watching a YouTube documentary, a little mini short about like the best pencils that there are considered the best pencils out there and how they went out of business and how they came back. Did you see that one too, Dennis?
No, but literally I got a pencil dispenser from an old school. And it's the one where you have to drop the quarters in and push the clanker and it spits out a pencil. And I just grabbed a whole bunch of themed pencils from my warehouse and I'm installing it this week.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
funny because guess what? I'm going to sell pencils.
There you go. Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate
I sell them on
nostalgia.
eBay.
Yeah.
I sell them on eBay for a lot of money.
Pens sell for a lot too.
Pencils.
Yeah.
Pens do too.
Yeah,
but
pencils.
what was that? What's her name? Franks?
Yeah. Not Melissa Frank.
It's
Lisa Frank. Lisa Frank.
Yeah.
Lisa K.
Those
Lisa,
stuff sell.
Lisa Frank. Lisa Frank. Yeah.
Is it Lisa Frank?
It's Lisa
Somebody
Frank,
in
I think.
That will know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Brian, why don't you put your Instagram up and we'll search through all of the ladies to see who it is we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a shot.
Everybody missed that part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not a shot. All right. So
That's a different show. I might start that show.
Yeah. One of the things that I want to talk about tonight, the big news to me is that Marvel has come out and kind of made a statement about blind bags. Now, it's the smallest of statements ever. And, we got the big Daredevil blind bags getting ready to hit. But they have promised to take better care of the Daredevil 1 blind bags. They've promised.
That means the sales took a hit.
Yep.
Marvel Comics.
Which might be the opportunity to buy in.
Right? Marvel Comics
know.
is promising comic book stores that they won't have the same kind of problems that many of them had with the Ultimate Endgame True Believer blind bags, which saw damages all over the place. They have told retailers, we're aware that a portion of last week's Ultimate Endgame 1 blind bag shipments had imperfections or packing issues. We're aware. A portion, you guys. A portion. A large portion.
Imperfections.
Yeah.
95 is a portion of 100.
Yes,
But
yes,
they don't
you're right.
you notice they don't say damages.
Yeah.
Imperfections.
imperfections or packing issues. While we confirmed early shipments and production checks did not have issues, we are working to implement different packaging alternatives, additionally quality checks, and other production changes to ensure March's Daredevil 1 True to Believers blind bags. I apologize, you guys. I'm getting over being sick here. Ensuring the next blind bag program meets everyone's expectations. Did I miss something? Incredible. We've been thrilled to see. Oh, here we go. I missed 2 whole fucking sentences. We are working to implement different packaging alternatives, additional quality checks, and other production changes to ensure March's Daredevil 1 True Believers blind bags do not encounter these issues, especially considering it's published on April Fool's Day. We've been thrilled to see the incredible excitement across the board for Ultimate Endgame. What? Incredible excitement across the board. What? And the one-of-a-kind finds in the blind bag. So our top priority is ensuring the next blind bag program meets everyone's expectations. So there you go.
Right.
Thanks, Sean.
So you're in
Sean Hudachko. You helped create the excitement of finding the RDJ and got used as part of their marketing.
Yep.
Look at
we are
Casada.
so glad that they have dedicated themselves to do their job.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're going to do your job at Marvel Comics in shipping. That is like stellar.
Is there a Muse
Yeah.
cover?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Are
you
they
can only
bringing the Muse back, I guess.
So here's the failure to me, you guys. I get it.
No, I agree. I'm already agreeing with you.
The failure to me is they haven't learned that it wasn't just the damages. It wasn't just the damages. First of all, it's you got how many covers here? There's like 20 covers here, and 3 of them are the ones you can get in the blind bags. You need to make all of them you can only get in the blind bags.
Yeah.
And then, or take 16 of these and say you can only
covers. How many regular covers did Mark Spears have for both of his blind bags? 3 or 4? Like the main, not in the blind bags, outside of the blind bags. He had the main. He had 3. 25?
He had the main, the 1 in 25, and a 1 in 50, I think.
Okay, I thought he had a 1 in.
No, because he could only have 4 SKUs. Remember?
Oh, that's right. You're right. So that's the takeaway. Is that 75 and 95 different covers were in the bags.
Yeah.
And that if you bought 1,000, you were probably going to get between, 20 and 5 of every one of the main covers.
Yeah.
You can buy 80% of these.
Order.
Yeah. Open order.
Yep.
How many retailers do you think are just going to do that this time? Because so many of them were like, "Oh, I can just get them in the blind bags. I'm not gonna," and they got screwed because they're not going to sell their customers damaged goods. So, I think this is a waste.
I think I'm just going to skip it.
I think Daredevil is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I think this is going to be a good series.
Yeah. She's a good writer.
Yeah,
the
Stephanie
interior
Phillips.
art looks great.
The art looks great.
She's a good writer, and I've had good success selling the books she writes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm more than willing to bet on it a little bit, but I'm not going to buy.
Blind
the
bags
chances of my
yeah.
small shop getting one of the sketch covers is pretty fucking slim.
But you can get a Sienkiewicz sketch cover. That's pretty amazing.
Right. Well,
and you got to figure this is just the ones they're showing us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you count the number of bags I have to buy
to
score one of these, I could just buy a sketch.
Yeah, you're right.
Sienkiewicz sketch.
And the thing is, guys, and I think it was on your Wednesday show. I don't think it was here. I think you were talking about it on Wednesday, Brian. The amount of these books that still are at Penguin Random House that you could order of the Ultimate Endgame blind bags. Whatever the production run is, which they haven't shared with us, that's what the ratio is. How many of the awesome sketches are sitting in the blind bags, sitting in the overproduction boxes.
Yeah, it blew me away,
Penguin
man.
Random House.
It blew me away when it was Clutch that said that, because
Yeah.
in my head I'm thinking, okay, Marvel's gonna fix this. And Clutch is like, what are you talking about? People are still buying them.
Yep.
There's retailers still paying full price for them, knowing that they're damaged.
Yep. So let me give you the corporate version of this. So in corporate, what we do is we call miss fast. You want to miss fast on everything. So if you screw up something, you want to move on to the next thing.
Yep.
But what you want to do is you want to kind of talk about your miss on the next thing coming out. So what they do, they actually got you to read the story. So what are we talking about right now? We're not no longer talking about the other blind bags. We're talking about this blind bag. That is how you do the rope-a-dope, right? And that is what they did. They missed fast. They didn't talk about it. Boom, we're going to talk about. We're going to tell you the most basic BS possible.
They
we're
downplayed
doing a better job. Yeah, they're not doing anything different, right? They're not anything they said they would normally do. So they didn't hire new people. They didn't add a new way to do this. They're just going to do it the normal way and do it better. So this was a great job of getting someone to not talk about what the actual problem is and segue over into the Daredevil blind bag. Good job there.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see.
And not all these covers are great, man. There's a lot of
fluff.
It's filler.
The Casada's excellent.
Filler.
The Casada's excellent.
The one to the
by the way,
filler.
It was his birthday yesterday as well. Happy birthday, Joe Casada.
Yeah, there you go. Happy belated birthday.
Those two are
garbage.
bad.
They're not that great. This is Daniel Warren Johnson is not good.
No, mailed in.
This one's good.
That one's good. So's the next one.
The Daniel Warren Johnson had, when I saw that initially, I thought that might have been a Frank Miller, actually.
Yeah.
A current Frank Miller.
I don't know what's going on with the head.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be the right size.
I like the Nettie's one.
I like the Rivals one.
This one's weird. This one's terrible. Nobody wants this as a comic cover.
No. I actually love that.
Really?
Yeah. That's supposed to look like the old calendars.
I know, but it looks dumb as a cover.
It's the 50th anniversary of the 1976 Marvel catalog or Marvel calendar. And
the
I
Muse
think that's
is good, but I don't get
for.
why they're putting Muse on there unless he's coming in the new book.
Yeah.
I mean, has anybody read?
Yeah, there's talk
synopsis?
about. No, nobody's. Yeah. Well, I've heard synopsis, but I haven't heard anything about Muse. Here's some of the other variants or other sketches. I mean, that's a good sketch by Mike Henderson right there. But, like...
Oh, who did that Electra there?
Mike Hawthorne.
There's a new villain coming named Omen.
Bagley did a great one.
Why did they put it? There's
look
a
at that
villain
Muse
coming and they didn't put him
Land.
on the cover.
So there's a bunch of new characters coming, you guys. A bunch.
Well, yeah, because new characters equal more orders.
Yeah. Yeah, but from what I hear, this could be like an extra special good series, you guys. So that's what I want to say. I'm hoping the series is good. I think this blind bag is garbage. You know what I mean? So we'll see, though. We'll see how it plays.
Here's the thing. The Mark Spears Krampus bags would not have been trusted if Mark didn't say, I'm going there and fixing this problem. So you've got to be able to give people a second chance to fix their problems.
Well, I think they have to admit they have a problem.
Right.
And the admission of problems was so late that social media took over. And I think they looked at it from the inside and said, we can't really control the social media that's out there right now. So let's let that flood for a little bit, and then we'll come in underneath it as it dies down. So I think that's what happened in this case. And you know what? It's Marvel. Let's learn from it. They need to regain the our favor of selling their books. and our joy of selling their books. They need to get that back into our minds now. Not, oh my gosh, when I get these Daredevil bags, let me check to make sure they're okay. And I think everybody's going to do that first. That's going to be their initial reaction.
The thing that blows me away, and I use this as the kind of thought process is like there's trust issues in comics right now, big time trust issues across the board. Okay. And there's trust issues with retailers, there's trust issues with print runs, there's trust issues with industries, the industry doing the right thing, or getting something out there in the right way. There's trust issues like just across the board, it feels like right now. And you saw how blown away I was when I was talking with everybody on Wednesday night. Like, how can Marvel not like do something special now because they've messed this up? And the thought process is like, yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Like, Marvel doesn't care. They don't care. They care enough to make a statement where they're promising, though. You know what I mean? If they fuck this up, if these come up damaged, holy moly, and they're going to be under super scrutiny too. So that's the other thing.
If either one of the major places really cared, they would make way more effort to get more people reading comic books. There would be a lot more outreach. There'd be a lot of everything, other than like, how can we increase our revenue? Well, you can increase it if you have big numbers. If you have 100,000 people, well, that's one of the ways that you gain customers is through trust.
Here's a perfect example, and we brought Dennis. You brought up Mark. Mark had the problems with the blind bags, and instead of putting out a statement, he jumped on shows. He jumped on Beyond Wednesdays. He jumped on Cover Price. He jumped on shows, and he said, "This is what I'm doing to make sure to find out what's going on." Right. I'm going to find out what's going on. He came and he said, this is what we're being told, and I'm being transparent about it. He's very transparent. Mark jumps on, he's going to jump on these shows, right? And that's, you gain trust in the person at that. Okay, he's being transparent. We're seeing it from him. We've got a PR person coming on, and talking about it, who actually did the comic. But if Marvel had somebody to come on a show and go, hey, this is what happened. We're looking into it. We went, make us feel like you're human again, right? Because if we're just seeing these things, these 2-sentence statements that you're going to fix it, and that's the only thing we hear this whole time, like, I don't think that they put any post out, nothing.
No.
So you'll gain trust with us that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The notion is, in reality, and just reality, let's just talk about reality business here. Mark shouldn't have to jump on shows. Right, but he has chosen to jump on shows. KeenSpot should be the one leading the way as the publisher. So publishers are the ones that are not leading the way, and they're people like Mark. Thank the Lord that he got out there and got in front of this. But it's really the publisher's job to get out there and get in front of it. Once you start getting someone else involved in it, it's very hard as a business owner to say, okay, well, do I go to Mark for everything now?
Well,
Mark's
that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. We've talked about this before. Like, people who buy these books sometimes, feel like, little entitled sometimes, and they're going to reach out. And I would rather have them reach out to the publisher than the creators. You're just going to, that there needs to be that stopgap, I think. So I think you're right. I don't think Mark should be dealing with anybody's comments or talking to anybody other than just like jumping on a show and this and that. He shouldn't having to be, reading emails all day and talking to people about that stuff. So I think you're right. But here's the problem, Jesse. I don't know if you guys heard about this. Mark is coming on tomorrow to talk about this. This was a big deal, and we talked a little bit about Mark about this last couple weeks behind the scenes. But basically, KeenSpot put out an announcement that says, as a thank you to fans in recognition of the exceptional record-breaking success of Mark Spears' Monsters #8, Winter Horrorland Rest in Peace Blind Bag, Mark Spears has agreed to autograph any previous unsigned Krampus Naughty List variant covers Fans who pulled an unsigned naughty list variant may, at their discretion, submit the comic book by mail for signature. All submissions must be postmarked on or before February 14th, 2026. So basically what's happened here is, if you guys remember, on the back of the Monsters bags, there was a typo in there, and there was 20. I think there was these covers A78 through A82, which were the super rarest pulls. They were on par with pulling a Holy Grail. Okay, they were called the naughty list covers. Now there was like only 25 of each of them, I think, and only 5 of each were signed on the back, and some of them he put sketches on. Unfortunately, there was a typo on the bag that said that just said signed and sketched. So some people were getting them and they were blank backs, and they were like, "Oh, but it says they're supposed to be signed." And Mark came on the show and he said, "Sorry, it was a typo. There's only this many that are signed, and some of them are sketched. Not all of them are sketched." And he was honest about that. He talked about it. Here's what I think. I think people complained. I think people cried and bitched about it and said, we're going to sue you, that probably type of bullshit, we're going to, and because of that, that Mark has to do this. I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth. This is just what I think. We'll find out more about it tomorrow.
What the funniest part is there's a level of entitled fandom, and that are so forest through the trees that they don't understand if the unsigned is rarer than the signed.
That's not fandom. That's flippers.
Well, yeah, I know, but the unsigned is actually could possibly be rarer and more sought after, because then you can take it to a convention and have him do one of the awesome Mark Spears on it, and then you've got a one of one.
Well, here's what's cool that Mark is doing, and this is what he kind of told us about. I mean, we don't know a lot. I don't know a lot that you guys don't know. This is what I do know, is that he's going to do something cool where, like, he signs them only in red for February, for Valentine's Day, and he puts like a heart on there. That way, the originals are signed in a different color, and he won't ever sign one of these again.
Smart.
So you only have a little bit of time to do it.
Yep.
So that means all the ones that are unopened, there's a bunch of them that are unopened that haven't been pulled.
Yep.
So you have till February 14th to open to see if you got a naughty list. Yeah.
Get Boston.
But again, this is kind of the same thing we're talking about. Like, there are these trust issues, and it's catch-22. It's all around, and you have to figure out how to deal with them. And sometimes they happen by mistake, and when they happen by mistake, I respect Mark for handling it the way he's handling it.
It's a happy little accident.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Every major corporation, Marvel, DC, Boom, they have someone that's their only job. Unfortunately, in the comic book world, they don't know how to express their job, and they might be afraid to say anything in this environment. Where I come from, listen, you have someone who's already got a statement ready to go, and you hand it to your GM, bam, he's out there, regardless of if he wrote it or not. So I think we have to start looking at companies that get in front of it much faster and understand that as store owners, we're 60, 90 days out. We need to be looking at how we're marketing 60 days and 90 days out, not, oh my gosh, I hope our blind bags come in okay next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Since we're standing here, I might as well show you my famous order I got in. I want to thank Penguin for shipping me this book that I've been waiting for 3 weeks. Amazing shipping, folks. Please put me on the big screen so everybody can see this amazing shipping. So this is my book I ordered. I'm glad they actually forgot to put the book in the package, right? And since they use glue, you can't even get the book out. And
hey. That's a red flag, Jesse. Is that they don't secure it properly inside.
Yep. That's the only page that came out good, the back page.
Red flag, red flag.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to thank Penguin, for this awesome shipping. You know, I was bitching with my video about the ultimate Endgame blind bag. Well, you beat it. Congratulations. Just put the book in the freaking Gemini, please, and then we won't have these problems anymore.
So
There's my bitch.
Thank you, Alex.
I will say I had a problem with some cases shipped to me through KeenSpot, and they shipped new ones to me, and they put it, double boxed it, put fragile all around it. They came spot on, perfectly fine. So hopefully, you know, no retailers have to deal with something like that. You know, but I'll give it to KeenSpot. They sent them to me correctly this time, and they were perfect. But that's the other thing. We talk about shipping all the time. Like, shipping is especially to a retailer, that's a big no. You don't want to ship stuff
When
to a
Diamond
retailer.
was still around, everybody was like, "Oh, the shipping is so fantastic from the other companies. All the terrible shipping from Diamond, PRH is so great."
Yeah, but this is why Diamond was great, because they wouldn't ship you the stuff that you ordered. So that's why their shipments were good. You didn't have to worry about it, right? Brian knows this. I had a day.
Shipping is a problem, though.
Well,
Like,
It
shipping's
is.
a problem.
It is.
huge. It is a huge problem. But what's funny is it's in the comic book industry where it happens. In other industries, this is how it works. Nike shorts Nordstrom, 8 socks. That better be in a next day airbag the next day. Or we just cut our orders, right?
Yep.
We don't do that in our industry. It's
Amazon.
impossible to do that.
Amazon shorted me. I ordered 5 bags of candy from my vending machines, and one of the bags was short. I'm sorry. I ordered 5 different candies, and 8 bags were supposed to be in the box, and only 7. I called them up. They were like, "Oh, we'll refund you for that and order it again." 15-minute phone call. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, and that should be your answer to everything. People don't want excuses; they want resolve.
Yep.
So you should always have a resolve for someone. If you want to use an excuse afterwards, hey, we got that stuff out. Hey, I really apologize. We were shorthanded that day. Get the resolve done. If you get the resolve done, then I'm not mad anymore, and I'll listen to whatever excuse you want to give me. But we tend to start to talk about why it didn't get there versus I just want it. Right? There's no customer in the nation that says, "Hey, how was your Diamond order?" They say, "Where's my box? Did you get my stuff?" And you say, "Well, Diamond short shipped me. I have no idea who Diamond is. I just want my Teen Titans 22."
Right.
Yep.
That's why I give Billy shit all the time. I'm like, bro, you got to get somebody to ship for you. He's like, nope, because I know if it's being shipped by me, it's got the best chance of it getting there.
Yeah, that is the hardest thing to do. I just added a shipper, and he's like, "Just let me ship the books, man. You're checking every single package, and I've already shipped out 800 packages."
Yep.
I'm like, I know it's tough to let those reins go, because that's you keep in mind, there's no sell in the live streaming world or the buy it now world that ends until they get the product. That's when your sell ends. It's not because you sold it. That's immaterial.
Right.
Do they get it? Do they get it the way that you said you're going to send it? And I think that's very important. Some people care, and there's other people that don't care if they ship 10 days late. It is what it is.
My person shipped. I sold Monster High dolls and a digital camera. The digital camera is about $60. The Monster High doll was 180. The guy who was supposed to get the Monster Hall got the camera. He wanted to return it. Never heard from the person who got the Monster High doll.
Nope. All right. I got you beat on this one, Emmett. So before my partner retired, I had 2 orders come in on one day. One was a $700 Hot Wheels car to somewhere in the US, and one was a $15 sticker sheet to Australia.
Yeah.
Holy
Guess where the
shit.
$700 Hot Wheels car went?
Australia.
And guess who was a little upset that he got a $15 decal sheet when he was expecting his 700? We had to wait 2 weeks for that to get to Australia. We had to make sure that the Australian knew that his sticker sheet was coming to him, that if he could, please mail this back to us. We wanted to make sure it came back to us so that we could inspect it and make sure it was still the same quality. That guy with the $700 Hot Wheel car had to wait 6 weeks to get his Hot Wheel car.
Christ.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny if you look back. Is it best to have? And this doesn't sound crazy when I say this. Is this best to have an error every once in a while to kind of?
Oh yeah.
Put in kind of, oh, this is how we fix this error.
Yeah.
And I think that's very
absolutely.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to create a new protocol that you implement to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Right, exactly. I tell this story a lot where when you first ship your first book, it takes you like 26 minutes to ship your first single book because you want it to be perfect. And then all of a sudden we got down to 18 seconds and we could not figure out how to get one book out faster in 18 seconds. And we had a new person come in and we're talking about, and they go, I think I can get shipping down to 10 seconds. Now we can't get beyond 18 seconds, but this new person said a simple thing: your printer is in the other room. Let's put the printer right next to the computer.
Yeah.
And so you need people with fresh minds to say, oh, well, this is how you fix it because you've seen it done this way for so long. So simple things, simple resolves.
It's funny you say that because so the fix was that every item got laid out with the packing slip and shipping slip individually, and you had to pack them one at a time out of shipping as they were laid out so that you wouldn't stack them and move them to another room and do it in
it's like the people that have the shippers on the floor. Your shippers can't be on the floor because it takes one customer to say, hey, where's the Elf Quest? Oh, over there. Oh, $700 book goes into that $1 item. Yeah, so shipping is very, very important. And I think the best companies in the world, that is priority. And so I think for me, when I look at coming from big corporate, the way I ship, and then seeing what Marvel has done, it's fixable.
Yeah.
Just fix it.
Yeah. Again, trust issues. There's these trust issues in comics. And one of the biggest trust issues that I want to talk about with you guys tonight, I want to start this conversation a little bit more, and that is print runs. The ultimate trust issue in comics. The ultimate trust issue in comics, print runs. So we've talked about print runs for as long as I can remember making content. It is the number one topic in that I can think of with people just jumping in and doing crazy stuff, Real quick, shout out to Flops Comics who just jumped in here. He says, Flops here, just hopping into chat to say I got a jump scare seeing my Daredevil on a YouTube thumbnail. Have a good show and good night. Well, there's a reason I put that there, brother. There's a reason I put that there. I'll talk to you soon. So I it's been a thing forever. Print runs, comic companies, publishers for the longest times do not like talking about print runs. They've never liked talking about print runs. And I think only until the last probably 10, 15 years, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong here, that's why I'm bringing it up with you. I think only in the last 10 to 15 years, it's become cool to be transparent about print runs. Only when they're small, right? It's only when they're small that you talk about the print
or
runs.
gigantic, one or the other.
Or gigantic, yes, or gigantic. So we've talked about forever also, that there's these no point of sale system, but there's such a big problem with that. And this goes into print runs again. You have old school thought process is just print as much as you can, send it out to the comic shops. That is the success. It doesn't matter if they're sold or they sit in comic shops. this
Well,
success.
but old school though, also we had Comic-Con that would tell us if a book sold out and the publisher reported the sales numbers, they could extrapolate the unit cost and blah, blah, blah. And they could tell you this comic has a print run of 15,000 units.
Estimated.
Still guess. Yeah.
It's still
Still
pretty
guessing.
damn close.
Yes. But still
You know,
guessing.
unless there was a giant overprint and it was still available at Diamond, you knew that it was pretty close to that number.
And then people realize that when it comes to the world of collectibles, rarity is king. And people fell in love with, remember, the perfect example is this. Back when I first got into comics, it was first print or die, man. If there was a second, third, fourth print, that was garbage. You didn't want that.
Yeah.
Now, then people realized, whoa, they made a ton of first prints, but they only made a few of the second prints, and even less of the third prints, even less of the sixth.
As long as they change the cover.
And it's those ones are worth the most. Look at the second print, Supergirl,
Hawkeye 9.
Return of Superman. You know, like the second print newsstand of that Batman 347 or 6, whatever the first Jason Todd is.
608.
608. I don't know. 647.
All the DC logo.
Universe variants.
Second.
Yeah.
Universe variants.
So
universe variants.
That's people realize that there's less of those out there, and it became rare. And then the cool thing happened where, like, okay, we want short print runs, and people started saying there's only 1,500 of these, there's only 1,000 of these. But then we kind of started saying, hold on, they're saying that, but we know that if you do a variant with these guys, you have to do at least this many, right?
Yep.
And what does that mean? That means, okay, you've got an exclusive retailer variant coming out. If you do if you're a retailer and you want to do a variant with Marvel, you have to do 3,000 copies at least, right? And then you can choose if you want to do, I think, like 1,000 or 1,500 or however many of the extra virgin variant that you can opt into. With DC, I think you can do 1,500 now, but it costs more. But it used to be, for them, it was 3,000 too.
You can get down to 1,000 with DC.
Yeah, and with Image, I think it's 750. So there's these levels where you have to do at least this much. And that made us start going, man, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here, right? Unless we're seeing them destroyed or we're getting information. I remember the first person to do this to me was KRS Comics. I've got so much respect for Chris and Jose at KRS Comics. Chris said to me, he goes, man, we heard you guys loud and clear when you guys were talking about print runs, and now we have records of us destroying all of our copies of our stuff that we say we destroy it. We have a company come out, they give us a record, they take so many books, they destroy it in front of us, and they give us a thing certifying that we've destroyed this many copies. And I go, man, that's fucking cool. How many other retailers are doing out there? None. Probably. You know what I mean?
Not paying a company.
Yeah.
I've seen videos from some guys doing like
burn.
There's companies that use that. Companies. The thing with that, and listen, this is just my opinion. I don't care how many you destroy, it's still the same print run. The print run does not change. The print run is officially what comes off the press. Whatever you do off the press is immaterial. So when I destroyed 250, so there's only 750 left. No, the print run is 1,000. It does not change. If you go into the record books and all that for the printers, that's the print run. So you can't artificially change a print run. You can change the mindset of the consumer by doing your quirky COAs, right? But no, the print run is always a print run. It does not change. Just because there is 250,000 action number ones made or whatever the number was, and there's only 30 made now, doesn't change that the print run is still 250,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think what happens is we talk about trust from publishers, but there's some trust that is lost from retailers that do that. Just be smart, sell your books.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my opinion. What else?
And we talked about this last week, Brian. I'm not in it to rip covers off. I think that when we destroy our product, we're kind of destroying the creation that the artists and the creators put effort into. I don't like the manufactured scarcity. I get that there's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it, but I also don't like this. We graded 10 books, 9, 8, and those are the only 10 that are going to be sold, and we scrapped all the rest. I get it. It makes it rare. It makes it exciting, but it also destroys our heritage.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I talk to that won't destroy books, so I understand that.
I think this whole business is because you can't find margins. You're creating a margin for a book. It's a $4 book, but you're getting 20, 40, 2 books that cost you the exact same, right? So you get the extra 1,000 virgins. You buy your first, so that it's $20 or $40 for the pair, or $60 per. It's still a $4 fucking book.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
90% of them 90 days later sell for $4.
And so I think it is a margin thing. You should, if you do, for someone who's done over 400 exclusives, we've never said, oh my gosh, we got to sell out to make a penny. We've always said, do we have, what's that? Where do we have to be at? Do we have to sell 25% to break even? Not all 100. So, and then you figure out how to package those remaining books, so you make a couple more dollars here, or
but
you get some sign
too for the people who've originally bought them. When
you
have these guys that dump books when they're like, oh, this one didn't hit. Well, even if it's only 10 people that bought it, if you dump those books out on the market, you've just fucked those first 10 people who supported you.
Right.
So what else happens? Go ahead, Jesse.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, you gotta keep in mind, when me and Dennis started doing exclusives back in the day, you can just say, hey, I want to do an exclusive. They would say yay, or they would say nay. Now it's everybody's yay.
Yeah.
And that's where the industry.
By the way, there's an email that goes out to every retailer. I haven't done a variant in over 2.5 years with Marvel, but I get 10 every month. I get 10 different books and 20 different artists that I could choose to mix and match and get a variant from.
It's expensive. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing that happens. Because it's too expensive, you get retailers joining together. You have these groups that happen. And this is what always happens in these groups, okay? Always happens. Never fails in these groups. Somebody pisses somebody off, and then the real numbers start coming out. And then even sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes somebody's going to be like, fuck this guy. I'm going to say he's lying in that, everything gets found out when the shit hits the fan. There's always somebody that doesn't get along with another person. And it's always the similar people. And this time, it is one person who I've talked about religiously on this show as being the worst retailer when it comes to people reaching out to me about a bad retailer. The most amount of creators, the most amount of buyers, the most amount of other retailers that have come to me and said, this guy is off the fucking chain crazy. And that is 616 Comics. This is fucking crazy. This is from Trolls Comics, who put this out today. I guess this was 616 Comics on his Whatnot sale, talking bad about big time collectibles. Now, we're going to go through this a couple of times. This is fucking nuts, man.
I just had somebody send me this clip. The owner of 616 Comics talking about how retailers lie about print runs and how many there really are of a certain copy. I see it all the time where retailers I'll do a book and I know it's 500 print run, and they'll be like, it's a 300 print run, 200 print run, and straight up lying out their ass about what it is. And so watch the video.
Of the main cover A by David Nakayama. Can you fuckers see this? What does this say right here? Limited to 1,000 copies. No, it's fucking not, because I got 1,500 copies myself, bitch. Fuck out of here. Just so you guys know. There's the logo. Here's the lie. You know why he did that? I'll fucking tell you why he did that. So he can charge you fucking guys $30. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so I just confirmed it. That guy's a fucking liar. You want to buy shit from that guy? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. All right, come for the shit talk, stay for the comics. Congrats to the winner there. You get a double
That
ding
is
because
kind
I'm
of
on
funny,
a
though.
fucking roll tonight, baby.
The guy fucking lost it. That's 616 Comics losing his shit. Now, here's the best part. I love it. I love it. This always happens. Every time these groups and these fucking things break up, this shit comes out. You start reading some of the comments. Shout out to my boy Big Clutch, who was like, something doesn't smell right here. Clutch makes a comment. He says, something smells off on this one. First off, this book came out almost 4 years ago. The cover he's pointing to isn't the A cover. That's a virgin version, so it can definitely have a lower print run as a retailer variant. Also, looking at this cover on League of Comic Geeks, it shows as a 616 Big Time Collectibles exclusive. Something is fishy. There's your first thing. It was a book they shared. Now somebody's pissed at the other one, aka 616 is butthurt at Big Time Collectibles for something, and he's putting his ass on Front Street, man. He's putting him on Front Street so everybody can see that he worked and he slimed his way into selling some people some shit too. And you want to know why I say that? Because look at Legion of Comics. Legion of Comics makes a comment. He says, to be fair, that's the virgin variant, not the main cover A, like the guy in the video claimed. So he's quite literally lying in the clip, attempting to call out someone, which is hilarious. And then Legion says this. Look at this. I just checked 616's own page. They advertise and have the book listed the exact same way. Yet they choose to have these words to say. Clearly, there's more to the story of them being complete liars here. Wonder what their motivation is. Definitely isn't honesty. Holy shit. Holy shit. These guys tell on themselves constantly, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And this
They're
is
like
the
crabs
trust
in
issue.
a bucket.
It
Yeah.
is.
Well, it's crazy that they would think that nobody's going to check.
Yeah.
Yes. Is 616 a comic book store or just online?
Online.
Is Big Time a online or a comic book store?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Big Time is Big Time. They're and listen, the way I talk about 616, Big Time's the opposite. I have the most people talk to me about how they have respect for Nelson at Big Time Collectibles. And I've called out Big Time Collectibles some in the past before on some of their logo variants, just being like, these are kind of cheesy, but everybody I talk to that's ever worked with a guy has respect for him. So I'll say that. I don't know if it's true or not. I've never met the guy.
Yeah, I'm more interested in, are these retailers or are they online sellers? If they're online sellers, they don't really have to worry about customers walking into the store. Hey, I heard how you speak on live shows. I'm not interested in going to your store anymore. So sometimes you have a lot of leeway when you don't own a retail store or a brick and mortar to be that obnoxious or loud or XYZ. I didn't even get the point of the video, really. You're doing videos to sell books, and that's all you should be doing, is selling books, entertaining, giving some good comic book therapy. Crapping on someone, that doesn't sell books. That just tells us who you are.
Pretty interesting, that's for sure. But to see the name calling begin, what does this turn into? That's my question. What does this turn into?
It's going to blow up unless, well, I mean, Big Time Collectibles could just say nothing.
Yeah,
it just goes.
Right, that's the best thing. I wouldn't say anything. Why? Why would you say anything?
Dignify him with an answer.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And again, trust issues. This is trust issues. It's hard. It's hard when it comes to this retailer exclusive game to trust print runs, man. It really is. And I don't know what else to do.
Also, and keep in mind, when exclusives came out, we ordered directly from the publishers or from the distributors, right? Every once in a while we get a drop ship approved by Diamond, to drop ship directly to us if it's important and all that. We have people that have printers in their freaking back rooms, in their garages.
Yeah.
This is no longer well, let's get with Try or XYZ, and then that will go through Lunar. We'll get that approved, and then it'll get to us. No, now you're just calling a buddy and saying, hey, can you print this off for me? By the way, just do it in blue, and then we're then call it a variant cover.
Yep.
Or exclusive cover, or whatever you want to call it. So the game has changed, not just print wise, it's changed socially, and it's changed technology. Technology wise, it has changed as well. So this game is a little bit different than normal. I think when me and Dennis started, and Emmett, when you came in, there was a notion that you just kind of sold books, you did some exclusives, and then when you saw Phantom and Ghost came out, that's when you saw the fighting begin.
Yeah, and you're onto something there, Jesse. For you and I, the variant game was to build our brand.
Yep.
Outside of our regular business. It was a bonus. It was an extra to attract attention to our brands. Then, for some reason, it started becoming this middleman thing. It became a dick measuring contest. It morphed into something that you and I didn't use it for, and that's when I stopped.
Right. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
I think that my eyes get opened more and more every day. I mean, it was very eye-opening when I first learned it, but I've learned that you're going to deal with douchebags everywhere. And the key is just as soon as you get that hint of douchebaggery, you just back the fuck off and you don't even deal with that person. Like, hey, I'm cool with you being over there. I'm not going to deal with the first hint of douchebaggery I get from somebody now, I'm out. I'm like, good to know you. Right. I might not even say anything to you and just keep you at an arm's length because I don't want that hint of douchebaggery to wipe off on me, man. No offense.
And
I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, just call it dog shit, Brian. It's better if you just call it dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one cool thing about back in the day when I was doing Rick and Morty, you know what Oni Press said to everybody that wanted to do Rick and Morty? No, Jesse's not done doing his Rick and Mortys yet. He's done 8 in a row. When he's done, then you can do a Rick and Morty. When I was doing Bob's Burger, guess what? Dynamite told people, no, Jesse just signed up for 8 exclusives. We're not going to allow anybody else to do an exclusive. Now, that was their choice, but there was a notion that, okay, you moved on to something else. And not today. Someone does Rick and Morty, you got 9 other people doing Rick and Morty coming out on the same day, and it just, that makes it the challenge. You do most exclusives done back in the day were done because you had a great relationship with the publisher, the owner, or their team. That's why you did exclusives. That's completely changed now.
Yeah.
Well, I think that look, do what Bowman did, or it's a few other things. Cards is they put out a set a long time ago when they first reemerged. I think one of the first sets that were they were guarantees in each pack. If you had a set in 10 years, you could sell it back for what you bought the set for.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So if I'm paying $30 for this, you say this is a great book. It's a great investment. It's very limited. So in 10 years, you're willing to buy it back for the $30.
That's bullshit.
I paid for it.
That's bullshit to me. If a retailer's doing it, there's already a retailer that does that, and it's such bullshit. It's like,
if it's a guarantee and it's in writing, maybe
don't
they're not
know,
around
man.
in 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's better than telling people that that there's no repercussions for selling $4 books for 30.
Just be honest and don't be a douchebag.
Yeah, I'm not into price fixing or any kind of.
Let the market
and I mean,
dictate the price.
Even did you guys hear the story last year that Publishers Clearinghouse finally went out of business or whatever, and all the people that took the $1,000 a week for the next 50 years
Are out.
all got screwed.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, so even a guarantee by the biggest people to give away money
That's
isn't
what
a
I mean.
guarantee.
Fuck that. That's
Yeah.
that's you know, like I'm not. I think that's all wizardry bullshit to me. Like, you know, like it's smoke and mirrors.
Well,
Let
and
the
there's
market
always
dictate.
a bean counter. There's always a bean counter.
Well, this exclusive market put Diamond out of business.
Oh yeah, you know what? I absolutely agree with you. You know,
I mean,
Hastings,
Diamond's fault. I'm not taking the
No,
responsibility.
no.
from Diamond.
It's but Hastings.
Why do you
they
think that? Why
extended-
explain that one to me? I don't understand that one. Why would the
The
exclusive
dealers
market?
owed.
That's where most of the money was on exclusives.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Hastings was $5 million of that.
Okay.
Hastings' entire business model at the end was variant comic books that you could only get at Hastings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they stuck Diamond for at least $5 million that we know of.
And in the end, they were selling 5 books for in a mystery
bundles.
box for
Yeah.
$10-20.
Yeah. And keep
So
in
that
mind,
screwed all the buyers that bought into Hastings. It screwed Diamond that didn't get the money for fronting Hastings, this business model. And at the end, it was actually probably more like that one. I always forget his name, Mike's Comics or whatever. The guy had the giant auction where short boxes full of his variants were all sitting on pallets. Frankie's, yeah.
Frankie's, yeah. And keep in mind, if you take live streaming out of this equation, this doesn't even exist.
Well, and it's Jesse, I don't know if you remember, like 10, 12 years ago, I stood up at one of the retailer summits and said, guys, because I was going around and around with
Hold on.
You stood up at a retailer summit?
I think the word is all the retailers.
The one time I did it, Jesse.
Okay.
The one time.
That minute. I stood up because I was going around and around that we had a guy operating in Michigan who was operating out of his garage. And when you went to Free Comic Book Day, he was ordering the Free Comic Book Day comics. And it literally said his garage was a Free Comic Book Day location. He was buying 1,000 of the comics to get the variant and dumping the rest in the local markets, you know, in dollar boxes. And I said, guys, could we possibly just separate brick and mortar retail stores from the rest of the Diamond accounts and have things exclusive to brick and mortar? And it was just too much money for them to pass up. So they didn't care.
Right.
But inevitably,
It would create more brick and mortars. Because
Right.
that
And
that's
keep
what
in
Workshop
mind,
does.
right? And keep in mind, all those guys were COD.
Yeah.
Brick and mortars terms, those other guys, non brick and mortars were all COD. So you're getting guaranteed money.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Jesse, because
How am I wrong? Tell me
if
how
it was
I'm wrong.
all COD, then there wouldn't have been a $33 million fucking bill at Diamond when they
No,
went tits up.
But
He's
those
saying
were
for
probably all brick and mortars.
they're all
Yeah.
brick and mortars.
Most of that is brick and mortars.
Well, I know a couple of these flippers that had really good jobs. They created these businesses out of their garage. They had their credit terms when they went in because they had good credit. They had a house and they got terms. And the guy that I was talking about, he had terms
All right. So that's 3.
that we know of, Jesse.
I know. All right. Move next subject. Holy cow.
You got a
I
collection
think it's
in
just
recently.
almost like a separate bit. Before we move on, it just feels like it's just even a separate business.
It's a different tent pole, man.
Well,
Yeah.
it is a separate business, but it's separate responsibilities. You know, you can't equate a guy selling out of his house, and there's nothing wrong with that, to someone who's paying leases.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the variant game. I just
The
think
variant game. Yeah, sure.
it's just
sure.
an absolute separate.
Yeah. But, you know, what's his name? Hutchison. Is it Ultimate Comics?
Ultimate Comics. No,
Darren's.
Ultimate Comics isn't.
Darren Hutchison.
You're talking about
Unknown.
What's his name?
Unknown.
Unknown. I knew it started with a U.
Yeah.
You know, there was a period of time where
God,
at
we're getting
every
old.
show he had 100, 200 different variants available. And at a certain point, it becomes one of those rob Peter to pay Paul, where you have to make 100 new ones to help pay for the last 100. And I think when he kind of consolidated that business model down and made it more streamlined is probably when he became more successful.
Right. Yeah, I think he was in rob Peter to pay Paul to pay Mary.
Yeah.
That's how far he was into it.
Off the Magic Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a game, and not everybody. The success rate for people doing exclusives is so small.
Yeah,
we're talking about a very small group of people are successful at doing exclusives, and those are the people that know how to turn and burn, get on to the next one, and just keep on. You're just selling, and then you're making your.
But Jesse, you know as well as I do that the second you get into that pump and dump, once you get to the dump portion of the pump and dump, your entire brand gets damaged, and it's not even worth doing it ever again.
No, because people are waiting for the dump. They don't have to.
Yeah, why buy it wholesale when the dump is going to happen?
You're training your buyers. That's the kind of the thing that I was saying. The one guy who puts his comics out for 10 for $1.
Yeah. But he's got a different business model. So, right. I mean, we talked to him. It works for him.
Yep. But that also, like, would I chance my arm to get a book next week at 10 cents? I would. I mean, back in the day, I definitely would not. It's like my fourth or fifth choice, right? Like my
right.
Not my primary books, but I get it. Then you're trying other books, and you might subscribe to it so you don't miss it.
Sure. Well, here's a prime example, and me and Dennis would know this. Look at how many people ran to the store, drove to the store, got on their Huffy bikes, went to the store to get a Turok #1, XO Man #1, Chromium. Oh, gotta get there before they sell out.
I got you beat there, Jesse. I bought 2 full sets of all 5 X-Men #1s. 1 to keep and 1 to sell.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That. So we raced because why we didn't.
You're welcome, Jim Lee.
Yeah, there you go.
The only thing is that those $1 million million print runs, even 5 million, that gives us a lot of stuff to like. Everybody wants X-Men. Like those still sell in my shop now. They don't sell for $10 or $20, but they sell and sell.
Yeah, I'm going to do a documentary on, if you're not, well, probably not a documentary, current ways to sell. If you're not selling some of these 90s books that to this new group of buyers, to this new group of readers, when I show a Chromium book to people, they go nutty. They're like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. If you show a Ninjak #1 Shattered Chromium to someone, to a young investor, a young buyer, a young reader, they're going to buy it. We live in the 90s are bad. Their 90s are bad. People that are in their 15 to 30s have no idea what we're talking about. So let's talk about the good part about comic books: reading, collecting something that is viable and easy to get.
Valiant had better stories than Image. That's why they took off.
Oh yeah, by far.
Well, and it's not just that though, because there's an entire new business model, and it's watching content on YouTube, watching TikToks, watching Instagrams. The amount of 90s product that pops up on those formats, those aren't there to sell Emmett and Jesse and me and Brian. Those are there to catch a new reader. And they're finding out about these books and they're buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's a good thing. As a matter of fact, check this out, Dennis. You know, I love the guy who the account that they found that warehouse full of comics and toys.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We've talked a lot about the comic books we found in this warehouse, but not a lot about the toys. So we're still kind of sorting through the toys. We putting them by what they are like. So this is all Power Rangers. We've been running a lot of this stuff on or whatnot. And we pull it as people request it. There's some neat stuff in here. but this is
He's so blasé.
Power
I know.
Rangers area.
But here's the thing.
And we got the
Yeah.
It's just product. I've said it before. You can't get emotional over this stuff. You have to have feelings, but you can't get emotional. It's just product at the end of the day.
Oh,
Look
it
at
is,
that
but
Buzz
it's great
Lightyear right
selling
there,
product.
dude.
He's not excited about.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
how
Hold on
much
one
that he's
second.
going to sell.
Put me on the big screen for a second. Let me show you about getting excited. Tonight on my eBay live show, check out how many Exo Man of Wars, Chromium foils we are going to be selling. This is exciting stuff, folks. You got to be the first kid on the block to have it.
Hey, there you got a variant in there, Jesse. Did you see the
I
variant?
know, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that one. But hold on one second. I got one more thing before you finish that video. Put me back on. But for all of you, last year I sold 1,250 copies of this. We got some more in today. Turok number one is, folks, we got you covered. That's how you get excited about comic books, rock and roll, fun stuff.
Look at that Buzz Lightyear, unopened Buzz Lightyear toys right there.
and we got these.
That was the hot item that Christmas.
Look at them all.
That came out. Yeah.
And these things are big collectible money right now.
Yes, they are.
bunch of Buzz Lightyears. These things had a problem. These have if you look, they have, oh, no, that one's pretty good. They have a broken leg. There's a spring that pops out on their leg. It's a manufacturer's defect that those things always seem to bust. These we haven't decided, we can't sell them on Whatnot because they're too big. The box size is too big, but we have a lot of toys. A lot of stuff in the 1990s. They bought a ton of this stuff in the 1990s.
Oh, Redeemer's Spawn, that's like $200 or $300.
Dude, look at all these freaking busts and statues.
Those are all Bowens too.
I know.
Bowens
selling those on Whatnot because they don't do well. People, for whatever reason, don't want to pay more than $4 for a lockjaw statue. But we got a lot of that stuff that we'll deal with at some point. But we do have.
I gotta call this guy and go out and buy a semi truck trailer full from him.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's
probably
the thing.
would do it.
This happens weekly. It's just a common thing to happen.
I want to get him on the channel.
Yeah. You got to be out there. You got to be inquiring. You got to create a network of people that will say to you, hey, this just came up. I can't afford it, but I'm going to push it on to you. And so this is not uncommon, but we are in a day and age where people film this. We never filmed something like this back in the day.
You never hear of this. Just all of a sudden it would, like, there'd be a whole bunch of stuff on the market.
Yeah.
Right.
All sorts of it in here. We got it all up here too, so we haven't gone through all that yet. All along the top is all of the toys. So check us out on Whatnot. We are
dude, this is like the ultimate dream come true right here. The only thing that can make this better if these were like 86, 87 Fleer basketball for me. You know what I mean?
Hey, when he found those graded Magic cards in there, it's not going to shock me when he pulls out half a case of 86.
Well, I think this is a different person, right?
No, this is that same guy.
Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, okay.
Oh, he had graded Magic? I never saw
Yeah, he had a Black Lotus that paid for probably half of his purchase, what I was estimating.
Wow.
Also, check this out. You'll love this, Dennis.
This is the only Walkman.
Yeah.
With 2 cassette slots. Customers sent it in for repair. Want your cassette player repaired? Visit link in
So this cassette
bio.
player,
I've never seen one.
Dude, you can record from A to B, and then it has a headphone jack you can plug in to record. Like, if you can record straight to a cassette. It's super rare. So rare that he sent it to this guy. Dude, I wonder how much this thing's worth.
I mean, a standard Walkman from that era is worth about $500 if it's in, great working shape. That's got to be $1,500, $2,000 if I had to guess.
Wow. That's fantastic here, dude. What cool content.
Oh, it's got hair in it. It had hair in it.
No, is that hair?
Or no, that's the belts. That's the belt drive.
Yeah.
The belts broke, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if they're not broke, they're always stretched.
Look at this.
That's awesome.
new belts.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Clean her
That's
up, sell her for $1,500.
Yeah.
How often do you see Walkmans?
Yeah. I think when I
not
go
often.
yeah.
Not that often
Not since
anymore.
Guardians of the Galaxy came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10
I
years
get-
ago,
when I go to estate sales, I'm only looking for stuff I've never seen before. I'm not looking for, oh, I know comics, but if I see a something like that, I'm definitely picking it up. I mean, the technology back then was crazy.
Let's talk about collections. You got yourself a nice little collection pickup there, Jesse.
Yeah, so I had a great, and I don't know what happened to my pictures of the first one, but a guy walked in, 3 boxes, 3 short boxes. I'm sorry, 3 long boxes, and it had some cool Bronze Age stuff, Silver Age stuff. And then I went to a garage sale that same day, and I'll find the picture before the end of the show, and I bought 4 long boxes, and at the very end, after I bought them, I ended up having a Giant Size X-Men #1, a ASM 129, a Deadpool 98, and I forgot what the 4th book was. But it was one of those things where, I'm such a fast buyer. Okay, you got 4 long boxes. How much are you looking for to get for all 4?
Yep.
And within a couple of minutes, I'm doing the
Red
buy.
flag, red flag, red
So
flag,
I'm not
red
really
flag.
paying attention to what's completely in the box. And I took a lot of chances. This case, it was a great thing. Then a guy walks in the same day and says, I have tens of thousands of books. And, the 3 of us have heard this so many times. So we listen to the story, right? Oh, awesome, great. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I get to his house and he's showing me these 8 short boxes. I'm thinking in the back of my head, this is not 10,000 books. This is like 500 books, right? I got Conan 1.
on mute.
I got Conan 3
Dennis,
and
you're
up.
on mute.
That's close to 1,000, Jesse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
8
close to
long boxes,
1,000.
120 per. That's like 960
Yeah,
bucks.
exactly.
Average.
Thank you for correcting me all night tonight. That's awesome. So anyways, he goes, okay, now that I'm done showing you my favorite stuff, let me show you the first room. And it's just stacked. And I'll have pictures by the end of the night. And I'm like, holy cow, this is a lot of freaking stuff. Obviously, nothing in order. First book is a Yogi Bear. Second book is a Superman. Third book is a Terminator book. And the 4th book is back to Batman, right? So nothing's in order. And I'm like, this is freaking awesome, right? A whole room of comics. He goes, okay, let me show you to the second room. So it has been, I started picking up on Saturday, and we still have probably about 60% of the room to pick up. But the whole point is you got to be out there. You got to be buying as much as possible. You got to take some risk. The more comics there are, the bigger the risk there are, but the more chances you have of getting a lot of cool stuff. And so we've been very, very fortunate to be able to buy consistently, but we're also going out and buying vintage shirts and hats and whatever else we can get our hands on. Me and Dennis have probably 2 of the most progressive, unique stores in the world when it comes to collectibles. And you have to be able to buy wide and not narrow what you're buying.
Well, Brian, I'm going to try to send it to you, but it might be faster for you to find it. The picture of the cassettes.
Okay. On your Facebook?
Yeah. By the way, it's the 10th anniversary. I'm sorry, the 9th anniversary of Pack Rat Comics showing that sign with the 1,400.
Really?
3 months worth of pulls. Yeah. So if you can zoom in, I don't know if you can zoom in on that, Brian. There's nothing in here that's super exciting, except for it's the entire 1980s of cassette collections.
I don't see Big Country in there.
Yet.
Just keep looking.
Yeah.
Every Genesis album, which I
Journey.
didn't know there was half of them. Yeah, every
Bryan
Journey
Adams.
album. Yep.
Richard Marx, Jackson Brown, Sting, Eddie Money, Josh, man. Yeah, this is pretty close, bro.
Go to the next picture. It's three rows thick. So that's the first row, and then there's the second row.
Jesus.
160 cassette tapes.
All Journey. Look at this. Jesus. Mr. Billy Ocean.
Spin
Huey
Doctors.
Lewis. Huey Lewis.
That's right.
Jesus, dude. So what'd you pay for this?
It was close to like $200. Yeah, that's
well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah.
By far.
That's my
And what the great thing about that is Dennis is going to sell a good portion of this to people between 18 and 30 years
Yeah.
old.
Yep.
Because for every person that watches that video Brian showed us of repairing a Walkman, there's somebody who will buy a $20 Walkman just so they can play a cassette. My daughter told me before she went back to college that her best friend that she got to see is a huge Cars fan now. Yeah, it's like, what? There's 20-year-old kids that love the Cars?
I read an article today. They were talking about how that generation, their favorite thing to do is go out and buy DVDs and CDs now.
Yep.
I've been telling you that for 2 years.
I've been selling I was selling like 1 or 2 DVDs a week. Now I'm over 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Oh, by far.
At the new store, we sell probably 10 a day, Emmett.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. But I have mine at $5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have them all the way up to $20 and $30 for the weird out of print shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But all of mine generally.
We had a guy come in and bought 5 DVDs, and every one of them, I color code all my things. Every one of them was a blue or a red. And I started going through it while I was checking them out. And I'm just like, oh, where'd you hear about this? Oh, I watched a video saying how good it was. Oh, where'd you hear about this? Oh, I watched a video that was on somebody's top 10 movies to get. Every one of those was sourced because of a YouTube video.
Yep.
And it was over $100 in sales.
Damn right. I'm telling it's
the future.
Platform is where everybody gets their information from now. What is cool? What isn't cool? What was cool? What wasn't cool?
100%.
So I love the fact that the younger generations, and it happens to every generation, you guys. I remember when I was in high school, everybody wanted to get into this stuff from the 70s, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, bell-bottom jeans, fucking smoking fucking
this
weed,
story.
Dazed and Confused. You know what I mean? Like, now
I've told this story. My really cool uncle asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I told him I want Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. I want ZZ Top, Eliminator. And I listed, he goes, oh, you like ZZ Top? And he got me a package, and I opened the package up, and there's 3 cassettes in there. And not one of them is ZZ Top's Eliminator. It's Tres Hombres, it's Greatest Hits, and it's Live from Texas. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Uncle Mike. And he comes up and he goes, hey, Dennis, I know you're a little disappointed, but let me tell you, those are ZZ Top's best songs. Now, just imagine in your mind, 13-year-old Dennis popping in and getting his fucking brain blown out the back of his head by original ZZ Top. I discovered a new universe that was way better than Eliminator.
Yeah.
Dennis was the kid in junior high school and elementary
who had the
that would
ZZ Top
stand up, start yelling at the teacher. This is what we need to do, right?
You remember that scene from Back to School with what's his name, Sam Kinison?
Chainsaw?
Yeah, Sam Kinison.
Oh, Sam Kinison. Yeah.
That's Dennis. Yeah, that is Dennis.
That was me in college. That was me in college.
Oh my God, man!
I sent you those pictures, Brian, of that collection. So, yeah, so just always be out there. I think nostalgia and get some knowledge on it too. Not everybody knows. I will tell you, and to this day, it's mind boggling. So this is me walking into a couple of the rooms. He has these like
Is that
old
7-Up boxes? Oh
yeah,
no, Staples.
yeah.
Staples.
Yeah, staple. Yeah, there you go. The staple stands, and it's just boxes and boxes and totes and just stuff. Just
Nice.
yeah, yeah. Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper, and 10 of this, 20 of this, and he tried to put in new boxes and really didn't do a good job of putting stuff in order. I think it got more disorganized. And so he has like 7 of those. He's got stuff under his bed, above his bed, in between the bed. So yeah, there's people out there, folks, that
Martial
are just order. Yeah.
Well, Brian, can you put me on the big screen? I meant to show this last week. I had it on the table, but then I forgot. So I got a box in the mail last week, and to talk to you about YouTube content creating fulfillment. I got this box in the mail. I completely forgot I ordered it. And then I saw the sticker. And if you guys are big into YouTube, you'll understand exactly what this means. And inside this, and I left it without you guys, so you guys can see it. I got a lift right here.
Listen, people! Would you kindly fetch my tinfoil hat?
I love
But
it, dude.
Not just this. Look at this, though. These people know how to take care of their customers. Hecklefish came in a big black Y-Files bag. Thank you with a big, Gertie the camel and a happy holidays and a whole bunch of info on the inside. A sticker. It was like $30,
dude.
And that made me happier than most of the shit that I bought.
Yeah.
Hecklefish. Hell yeah. Shout out to Alex, who just gifted a bunch of memberships. Thank you, my brother. Much love, dude. The Y Files is such a great YouTube channel. One of the best. Jesse, what was some of the crazy stuff that came out of that collection?
So as this new collection where we, I don't even know if we're allowed to show this stuff online, but then go ahead and show it anyways because it's not my channel.
Wait, before you show the one that you're sending to me, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that.
Okay. Why don't you talk about that?
So if you guys know Beyond Wednesdays, you know that we do the House of Stein Hot 10 every week and the Almost 10, which Stein is great. Every once in a while, he'll throw in basically a book where it'll be like, McClay's going to love this book or McClay's going to think this book is crazy or whatever. And you guys know my style. I'm into like aliens. I'm into skulls.
Uncle Sam.
I'm into Uncle Sam and cannabis and drug paraphernalia, right? And and the weird shit, the really weird shit. And this is an all-time Almost 10 book that was a whoa/blow book of the week. And Jesse found one. Weird Trips. The guy
drinking a martini
that turned his dick into a martini glass.
Yeah. Holy cow! It's funny because you're going through these books, right? And you're like, So the next book I found right after that, and these actually come there, and then there's the Air Pilots that we got, which was that is a great story of
counterculture.
What happens today, but gets stopped in the past. Today, it kind of moves forward and no one really says anything, right?
Yeah.
They might do a cease and desist where this was no, bam. But so you got that in. But here's some of the cool books that we got coming in. So we got this book.
See, these are all my shit.
That's all Crumb.
This is all my shit right here, man.
Yeah.
So we got that. We got Hit the Road. Now I got about 500 of these, 500 different titles.
Hey, turn
So
your
it's
mic
Hit
a
the
little
Road.
bit. You turned your mic
Okay.
and it turned it
Yeah.
away from
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
There you
So
go.
we got that. That one's okay. But then I got this one, which I thought was awesome. This is called Hugo.
Oh yeah, bro. These are all great.
Did you get any yellow dog?
Yes, that is so funny that you said Yellow Dog, because
Look,
Yellow Dog
yes,
is sitting right next to
bro.
me. I'm like, that is going home with me. And then I love this book. I had one a long time ago.
Commies from Mars. Commies from Mars is where
Commies from Mars.
John Pound got his start. The Garbage Pail
Yeah.
Kids guy.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
Yep.
Yep. And then and then showed these two, and then the last one is pretty cool. And then you got Hitler's Cocaine.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, bro.
Ahead.
These are great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, early kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Really early.
And then probably my favorite one out of the group was
When you come across Cocaine Comics #3, I need a copy.
We all need one,
Cocaine
bro.
Comics #3. And
No,
then this
I
one-
gave mine to Jessup. The one copy I got, Jessup demanded it, and I gave it to Jessup Half Price Crook.
Oh, wow. And then this was kind of my favorite because I just thought it was unique. It's called It Ain't Me, Babe.
Oh yeah.
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 We talked
It's a
about
huge
that
one.
we've talked about that on the Almost 10 a lot. That's a big book.
Yep.
That's a
Yeah.
major book right there, Jesse.
Yeah, so it's like 400 of those books, and then we got all the cool stuff, and I can't think of everybody, but every major key was in it from 1975 up. But it's those books that really make the collections interesting.
Yeah.
Right. We can
Did that come
only-
from the second collection, or
This
is that a
came
third?
from the third. This is the third collection.
Third. Got it.
Third collection, yeah. And it was just in one box. And I don't know if Maria's still on here, but she's watching the show. She kind of sorted everything for me. And she's like, you need to handle that box. I'm like, okay, I'll take care of that box. But it's awesome and it's great. And in all honesty, this is gonna sound weird. I don't like buying collections that are in order.
Yeah.
Neither do
Because
I.
there's
need
the
a-
amazing
No
forces me
hunting.
to-
box.
There's no hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all the Batmans? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. And so I think the hunt
Well, the only
for us-
good thing about a collection now, I like to
It
buy
costs
collections.
you nothing to process.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to buy a collection in a different way than Jesse does. Yes, I love the fun of going through it, and I buy that a different way. If it's all scrambled up, I'm going to offer a different price. But when I buy a collection that is all the Spider-Mans, all the Batmans, it allows me to flip through and go, yep, somebody has plucked all the keys out of here.
Yeah.
You took this to another store, and they took a stack of comics about this big and gave you how much? Or it has all the keys, and I pull every one of them out and I explain, this is hot because of this. This is hot because of this. I'm going to pay you X for this pile. I'm going to pay you Y for this pile, and I'll pay you Z for the rest.
Yep.
I do that no matter how I get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
unless
it's
I'm doing a house call.
yeah, if it's a house call, that's what I'm saying is the Jesse house call. There's a different way you have to buy that
Right.
collection.
I'm coming with cash, have it at the door.
Yep, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
great.
so that's awesome stuff. So I just, everybody that says to me or Dennis or Emmett, how do you come across these? You can do it too. You just gotta have to dedicated time. You have to market a little.
You have to have
Here's-
a little nut.
Right.
Not that I'm trying to revisit the hipster boys, but that's what they don't understand. For every collection that walks in your door, there is a house call from hell. There is a shit collection, like with the yes, I got the awesome 181 Mark Jewelers, but I also got an entire 3 or 4 short boxes full of water damage, dry rot, black mold.
Yep.
And
Best sports card collection I bought was one where I got the comics. I went up there for comics and they were all water damaged.
yeah,
And he says, well, I also have these cards. He says, if you take the comics with you, you just pay me this.
yeah,
And I got $20,000 in cards for
Yeah.
$800.
right. And the thing is 90% of the customers want it out of their life. It's the other 10. And if you treat everybody the way they want to be treated, word of mouth. It doesn't matter how many long boxes I have in my store that I won't let you dig through. Somebody is going to tell everybody I'm a great guy because I paid them X amount and they thought I was going to only pay them half of that.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, every time you create that word of mouth, another collection comes in. Two more collections come in. And as long as you treat everybody the same and equal and fair when you're buying that collection, the word of mouth spreads and you don't have to go chasing this stuff. You don't have to visit 10 fucking comic book stores to buy a couple to go haggle the owner for, you know, a book that you think they have overpriced.
Yeah. I will tell you my biggest advice I tell people is in our world that go out and buy stuff is let them tell you their story.
It helps them release.
Yes,
exactly. You have to find what allows that customer to say, that consumer to finally say, okay, I'm willing to let this go. I'll tell you this real fast. So the third guy came in yesterday to the store and he said, can I go look in the back? I'm like, sure. And he walked out with 2 boxes of stuff that I didn't care about. And if I did care about it, I would have obviously said, well, you know, our kind of deal was you can't really take the 181, but he took some Grimjack. It's all right if I take these Grimjacks. I tell you what, I will drive them to you if you want. But that's what made him happy in the end. So let them tell their story and let them, because they're spent decades collecting this stuff.
It's not just that also, Jesse.
Yep.
The people who sometimes bring us the collections are the deceased collector's family.
That's a big deal.
And it's one of the most, to me, it's one of the most honored and cherished things that I get to do is to go through that collection and tell them how awesome their loved one was. And what they collected is the same stuff I collected. And I can go through and I can tell them about their deceased family member better than they probably knew him. I'm like, oh man, I bet you he was a big fan of this. Oh, you know what? Here's this. He did this. And oh man, did he also play D&D? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah. You know, and it gives you an opportunity to be a representative of the geek culture that they did not understand while he was alive.
Right. Yeah. And just so people know out there, I think it's very important for buyers to know, and this is a high percentage. I would almost say 95% of the people that sell books is a deceased family member that's selling the deceased books, or they just need space.
Yeah.
It's very rare. I mean, guys, it's very rare that someone walks in and says, oh my gosh, I need money. I got to sell my collection. They will sell their car first and walk to work before they sell
one of the best collections I bought was last year. And it was a Spawn collection through 200 and something. It was, you know, every Red Sonja, every basic almost TNA book you could buy from Dynamite, you know, Vampirella, Red Sonja, Barbarella, Elvira. And he said, my girlfriend's moving in with me in a month. And if she finds the room full of this, I'm dead, man.
I've heard that from a lot of people. That is a big, huge story, man, that I've heard from a lot of people. Yeah.
And guess what? And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not going to kick your balls in, but you know, half of this content I don't put in either of these stores. But the other half is solid, awesome shit. I'm going to pay you this. And he's like, oh shit. Okay. I would have taken half, but yeah, I'll take that. Cause he just had to get it out of his house.
Wow.
Cause he's getting pussy now. So, you know, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, of course. That is the main
Don't need the spank books when you got pussy coming into you to live with you.
Yeah. So, Emmett, you had anything come in recently?
I don't have any. So the stuff I had come in, like I had another set of gas and oil stuff, but I sell it the day I bring it back, so I don't have any pictures of it. It's been fantastic. I have to go back to that house to get some more stuff. There's a few items that I'm not going to buy because they're a little bit more expensive, and I don't have an outlet for them or a place for them in the store. So I'm going to put it out there to everyone if they're interested. There is a Indian slot machine from Casino, real deal nickel machine. There is a Golden Nugget real deal quarter machine. There is a 1947 Seaberg jukebox in pretty much pristine order. And there is a Matahari pinball machine. And so if you're interested in things like that, there's also a pool table, but I don't think anybody's going to be shipping a pool table anywhere soon.
No.
They're ridiculous. But yeah, those 5 big items I won't be buying, but they are there for the taking. And I'd love to pass them on to somebody. So if you're interested, hit me up on Instagram.
So
Shout out to
Brian,
Mixed Reality.
Brian, I think we got to go to the chat or to the Starred. We have 2 new members tonight.
Yeah.
Comic Dunes and Next Reality Collectibles.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Yep. Shout out to Comic Dunes.
Very,
That's
very cool.
my buddy Jeff, who I've been working with quite a bit lately on the curated by Beyond Wednesdays stuff over at Dynamic Forces. And
very cool.
Yeah, we've been talking about some of the books and projects that we've got cooking up, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
Who's selling a poop table?
what?
It was a pool table.
Oh, pool table. Okay. Woo! I was gonna say, man, what the I can sell some stuff, but a poop table, that might be a little bit challenging there, Purdy.
Yeah. That house is an absolute honey hole.
I want to show 3 more items I forgot to show real fast. So I got magazine horrors in as well. So
Legion of Monsters, great
number
one.
1, right?
Yep. First appearance of the Legion of Monsters.
Yep.
I love that cover.
That's a great cover.
Yep. Scream.
Christopher Lee, or no, that's what's his name?
Vincent Price.
No, Grand Moff Tarkin.
Peter
Cushing. Peter Cushing.
Cushing.
Homage, yeah.
And,
Terrors of Dracula.
Yeah, so got about 50 of those. So it's out there, folks. Anyways, you know what? Just to segue, when we're ready to segue, Sagoo. Yeah, I know Dennis had talked about this being the 1-year anniversary of Diamond. Well, it's also the 1-year anniversary of them running out of money completely.
Yeah.
The final bill has come in, and it is freaking nutty that they will have no money left for anybody other than the lawyers. I just sent that to you, Brian. Yeah, that is freaking nutty. That just came in today, and
another 800,000 plus in diamond fees.
Yep. And because it's going chapter 11 to 7, the lawyers actually get bumped up in position
above the bank.
So now
this was a fix the whole time, you guys.
Yep.
This was a fucking fix the whole time. This is the type of bullshit. Again, trust issues. This is the type of bullshit that causes trust issues. No way was there not fuckery fixing some type of bullshit going on in this. And they had this all thought out to the end. And this is why people don't trust fucking lawyers. This is why people don't this is the reason right here. Because of shit like this.
1,000%.
Yeah. Yeah. So final bill has come in to the lawyers, 425,000 to one group of lawyers, 500,000, whatever the difference is, to the other group of lawyers is now switched over. It is presumed that there will be no money left to give to anybody that is seeking to get anything out of this. This is a shame. Yes, there'll be an asset sale and we'll get money. There'll be money received for that, but I still think that money's
That'll
then
all
go
go
to
to
the
the bank,
lawyers. Yeah,
or maybe even
exactly.
the lawyers. It's one
Yeah.
of the two.
Yeah, it's then go to the lawyers, and then it's then go to the bank, and then it's then go to remaining the trustees. You got to pay the auctioneers. So this is a shame for a 1-year anniversary on this bankruptcy to so many people that really need this money to move to their next stage of their business growth.
When do we think the auction will happen? March?
I think it's going to be over the summer.
Really?
It takes about 6 months to set that stuff up.
Yeah, because the auctioneer has to go through everything and set everything up, down to the toilet paper and down to the brooms and down to, just the empty boxes. How many empty boxes do they have that have never been used?
Well, no, because remember at the end they stopped using the diamond boxes and they started using non-diamond boxes.
Yeah, but there'll be boxes.
Yeah, there'll be boxes.
Oh yeah. There'll be
They'll be
boxes.
shipping shit.
Yeah, exactly. So
pennies on a dollar, I'll take that too.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a shame that this is
This
where
is the
we're
legacy.
at.
This is the legacy.
Yeah, and it's wow, I just think it's amazing how much the lawyers dragged this out. They loved it when the 28 folks teamed up with one person.
Yep.
And then were forced to go back to dealing with each person individually. How much they made on all 28 of those stores, just sending them a letter.
Oh no, Jesse, just watching this show and getting to send in billable hours to transcribe this show and to watch this show and to inform their clients of what happened on this show. Wasn't it like $50,000, $100,000 was spent?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. And it's their price. And so you got regular letters and then all of a sudden it's all capitals. Who's the guy that's speaking in all capitals?
That's crazy that they charged billable hours because of our show.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should have got a little bonus, at least a little Christmas basket.
Not one.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of technically, I guess it would be still Discovery. So yeah, that's very, very interesting on the importance of how a show can make a difference, not only in where we're at today, but saving a company $86 million.
Well, not only that, saving an entire country of McRib fans. Jesse's fucking rant the other day caused McDonald's to come out and say, you know what? We're coming back, baby. We saw that Jesse was fucking pissed about getting a hamburger bun on his McRib, that we're going to bring back the McRib with a crazy, crazy promotional thing. And they're doing that. So,
yeah, it's it's a big thing, and to see people get very excited about it for someone who may not make a lot of money or have extra money, that might be their bonus of the day, getting a McRib. I think there's always some
Bitcoin went up 5,000 points after this announcement. Just FYI.
Every time the McRib comes out, Bitcoin goes up. So,
Bitcoin. Such a fucking scam. I'm going to invent money. You can only mine it. Yeah, you can mine it like little miners. You're mining money. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I bought in at 33 and it's at 95. I am quite happy with my fake money. It's my fake money is as fake as the Sean and Sean fake comic book stores.
Well,
or as fake as the gold in Fort Knox, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't even start me on that, Brian.
Yeah.
Notice.
And the UFOs. Don't forget the UFOs
when Elon said we're going to go audit Fort Knox, and then it all holy hell broke loose.
Nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
nothing.
I forgot what I was going to say.
We're not on the gold standard anyway, so what does it fucking matter whether there's gold?
Well, they bought it all in at 500 and it's now at 45. So where's all that profit?
Yeah,
If we had the
exactly.
gold, we could pay off the national debt.
Well, look at look, we know the blue chip folks are back, right? With the good old sell of a $15 million book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy sauce.
Most expensive comic book, just new high, right?
Yeah, Nick
They've got
Cage is
15 million.
what do you think Nick Cage feels about this?
Well, here's the thing. So
Well, let me ask you this first, Dennis. Did
About
he
$14
take the
million
insurance
light.
money?
Yeah. Well, that's what
So-
I'm saying, about $14 million light, because
Right.
I think he took $1 million in insurance.
Right.
well, no, but the thing is there was a fight he was fighting at a certain time where he was like, no, I want the book back. I will give you the $1 million insurance company after it was found from, stolen from his locker and found. And
he resold it, right? For
I heard he
tax
got it back.
purposes.
So I heard, yeah.
Well, he had to pay a premium to get, because once the insurance company pays you out, they own it if they recover it.
Mhm.
So he would have had to pay them premium.
But they didn't recover it. Vince at Metropolis recovered it. And Vince is the one that sold it to Nick. So from what I never heard, I don't think we've heard the story, and it'll probably be a 5-part Netflix series at some point.
I bet you it will. One copy was stolen from American actor Nicolas Cage in 2000. In March of 2011, it was found in a storage locker in San Fernando Valley and was verified by Comic Connect to be the copy sold to Cage. Cage had previously received an insurance payment of the item. Let's see here. A copy was sold. A copy which was sold for $2.16 million on November 30th the same year through Comic Connect is believed to have been the same one, having been noted as stolen in 2000 and recovered in 2011. The Hollywood Reporter mentioned this in 2012, an issue that a film was in development based on the theft of Cage's copy. So there you go. The screenplay of the script was written.
By the Reno 911 guys. That's funny.
Yeah. So again, this feels like there's a little bit of fuckery going on there too. What?
Yeah.
I smell a little bit
that's
of
the
fuckery
thing
here.
is to me, every one of these copies has a pedigree, and they almost need to be put in uncrackable cases so that you can't keep recirculating, because now what's the next fuckery? Somebody cracks this out like that. What was the recent card? No, it was
Cage.
It was another comic book.
Yeah, it was Superman 1.
Superman 1.
It sold for 1.2 million, right?
Something. No,
Cage
9 million.
Was it 9 million?
Yeah, because that was
9.6.
9.6, and then this is higher than that, 15.
Yeah.
It says here that Cage initially purchased the issue in 1996 for $150,000.
Great investment.
Yeah.
He eventually sold it for 2.2 million. So he got it back and he sold it for 2.2 million. The sale was made to a private collector. So I wonder who bought it.
Probably this guy who's selling it.
No, I would actually say it's probably
Saudi money.
The Kevin O'Leary group that's been buying up $1 million sports cards, etc.
Right. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I would be interested. I would be interested in where the bidding really took place. Was it the last 10 minutes? Was it the last 5 minutes? Was it the last hour?
It was a private sale.
It was a private sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it was a price. So it wasn't even an auction.
Yeah.
Well, and what I've been told is the Mile High copy is still sitting in Chuck Rosansky's vault, and it makes all of these other copies pale in comparison.
Did you guys hear about the Logan Paul's Pokemon? It's at $4.3 million or something like that. It already broke the record. The one he's selling at the Golden Auction.
Even with the controversy. Even with the controversy.
Yep.
Even when he said that, hey, help me buy it and you'll all reap benefits.
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we knew that though, I think.
I didn't think he was humanitarian of the year.
Yeah.
So
well, how do these guys keep getting away with it? because like he had a crypto scam, skipped that. Prime, there's some kind of shit.
Oh yeah,
down
that
the pipe.
Prime shit. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And now this,
Emmett,
and it just gets to walk.
when the world allows Epstein to be brushed over, how important is busting Logan Paul?
It's going
Well,
It's
again,
when you set the bar that low.
But Logan Paul isn't tied in with the CIA and the Iran Contra.
Yeah, but the point
gun
is
sales and shit.
you know, I don't know. I just feel like, hey, look over here. Oh, don't worry about
6
over here.
million with buyer's premium. 6 million with
Yeah.
buyer's premium.
Yeah.
33 days left to go on this.
Yeah.
And he's getting
There
a
is-
percentage of everything in that auction as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a smart
So-
businessman. That's no mistake in that, man.
Nope, you can't. And I'll tell you what. I mean, other than getting his jaw busted in 2 places, he's a pretty damn good fighter.
Well,
He
hold on.
decided-
That's
No,
his
that's his
brother.
brother.
That's his
That's his
brother.
brother,
But
yeah.
did you guys see the video that came out today?
No.
Leaked footage, quote unquote, leaked footage of a fight
Oh,
between
fuck.
Logan Paul and Bradley Martin at a gym. This is actually kind of funny. This is smart as hell right here. This is how you do promotion, right? Everybody hates this guy. This footage, quote unquote, gets leaked, right? What a great.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. You know what? I'm fucking you, right? That prime protein looks good. Yeah, no shit, bro. It's 32 grams of protein. You got 2 grams of sugar? Yeah, and it's lactose free. Because it's ultra filtered milk.
That's fake.
Wait, just wait, just wait.
Ultra filtered milk. We remove the excess sugars from the milk, leaving just the protein. It's actually bomb if you want to try it. I'll try some. All right. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Let me try this. Damn, it's bomb. It's good, right? It's really good. Thank you, bro. Yeah, let's do this, though. All right, bet. Come on. All right. Oh, yo. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So it is so funny.
What's
that
the line from Billy Madison? Everything you just did made us dumber. We are all worse for having
Yeah.
watched that.
Bro,
Yeah.
look how good that AI is. Are you kidding me? Look at this punch and you tell me that AI isn't amazing. Look at this punch and tell me that AI isn't fucking unreal. Hold on.
All right, bet. Come on. All right.
So it is AI?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on. All right.
Well, I can't tell with a thumbnail.
Yeah. Look.
Thank you, bro. Let's do this, though. All right,
I
bet.
mean,
Come on. All right.
ragdoll's a
Bro,
little
that
bit too-
looks so fucking real.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
un-
It does. It's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I tell people this, and I've expanded it out to friends. And we should all be worried because there's 97 times 3. There's 300 hours of us jibber jabbering on here. We can all be AI tomorrow.
Yep.
Have a password with your kids, your family, that they have to know. And if they ever get a call from you saying, I need money, help, they have to say the password or you
Well,
just
did
hang
you
up.
see that thing that Neo talked about on his latest video about how they're
No.
using AI? So this is pretty crazy. They're using AI to for graded cards on eBay. They're buying like
Oh yeah. The damage.
yeah. So
Yep.
people are buying like lower value, not super high value, but lower value graded cards on eBay.
$30 graded cards.
And
Yeah.
they're getting them, and then they'll send an email to that person saying, "Hey, the case is cracked," and they'll send them an AI image of the case with a crack in it, and make it look like it's all destroyed. And then usually the person will go, "Don't worry, just keep it, and I'll refund you your money." And the case is not cracked, so it's a problem. So it's already getting into. It's already in our world with artists and stuff. Now it's starting to
problem
get into
is
this.
culture. The
Right.
problem is culture.
Yeah.
Have integrity and shell out the shame. When you
Yeah.
catch somebody fucking doing this, don't go, hey man, that was cool. You made some extra money. No, go, you are a fucking scumbag, and I'm gonna tell everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people do you have to say, hey, dude, the cat's not really friends with the bear? Right? It's like, come on,
Did you guys see the rhinoceros
grizzly
fighting that little
bear,
deer?
yeah, isn't hanging out in the water with the sharks.
Yeah.
What
So
about
but
the cow raising the puppy?
oh yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen that one?
I watched a weasel come into a chicken coop and a cat poked up and fought the weasel or the ferret for like 3 minutes, and I watched the whole goddamn thing. I was mesmerized by it. But I'll tell you what, did you watch that new Star Wars Darth Vader?
Fucking A, I did.
at
All
Cloud
of them.
City?
Every single
And
one
then
of
they
them.
just had the Hoth battle, which was it was just
I
like,
saw the one where he fights Kirkanos and from the Vader run.
oh
Remember?
yeah.
When he fights
This
Kirkanos.
is guys doing
I haven't
it in
watched
their
that one yet.
basement.
Yeah.
They're doing it with prompts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And half the time
stuff.
they don't even write the prompts. They have another AI write the prompts to write the prompts.
You know, I kind of like what we're talking about, but at some point we're going to have to talk about something that's going to shoot Emmett to the moon.
Listen, AI. I mean, I hate it. I don't think it should be allowed. I think it robs artists and writers and all that shit. And sadly, now I've figured out it's inevitable.
Yeah,
Well-
no,
Oh
it's
yeah,
done.
sure it
It's-
is. Yeah.
thi-
Well-
this is the pregnant woman you will never be able to unscrew.
Here's something interesting. Go ahead, Jesse.
No, I was just going to say at some point, Emmett, what's really then gets you mad is when we talk about FCBD, but I'm sure Brian is holding that off for a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy about Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah. Well, we've got some
we'll
things
see
we're
when
working
this
on.
conversation
Are
starts.
we gonna
Yeah.
are we gonna talk about it now, or are we gonna
No,
wait?
we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on something for Free Comic Book Day, you guys. So we're gonna
Well,
wait.
I'll tell you what. Let me just I'll feed this out there because it's still hanging. I got an email from the mall director of the big mall that I'm in right now, and they're like, "Hey, Dennis, are you doing Free Comic Book Day and Comic Book Giveaway Day or whatever the other one's called? I haven't really learned it yet."
There we go. I told you. That was the trigger word.
That's
right
not the point.
there.
That's not the point of my statement.
Okay.
Fuck those
The
guys.
fact that these guys at my mall have heard of this means somebody is putting it into the ether because they've never had a comic shop in that mall. And now they are excited to promote
You
Free
get
Comic
you should
Book
get
Day.
something out of that.
Well, that's
free
we're
month?
having a meeting. We're having a meeting. And
Buy the books. Maybe they could buy the books. for you.
that's what I'm going to talk to
Yeah,
them about.
why not?
And you know, if the Franklin Park Mall wants to sponsor Cosmic Pop Retro's Free Comic Book Day, that's a win-win for me.
Win-win,
and I'm gonna
baby.
go all in on it.
Hell yeah.
And you're going to need extra employees, so they have to pay their salary for the day.
No.
Here's
I
my
got
thoughts. My thoughts,
Ask
and
for
I think
everything.
I think our thoughts are all the same. That Free Comic Book Day needs to be a success. It's better
It
for
does.
the
It
industry
does.
as a whole.
And
It
I
needs
was
be a
ready to
success.
say F it. I was ready to say F it for this year because of the chaos I think that's surrounding the
Right.
event right now. Now,
that's-
literally one day later, and I'm just like, okay, I'm listening.
Yep. Let them know that there'll be some extra books at Penguin, and just say you want Emmett's order. Emmett's order, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Couple final things.
They
just
refuse
little-
to be part of it and run. Okay, I'm not going to go there. But
Yeah.
Man,
We are gonna go there. We are gonna go there at some point. Just wait on it. Yeah. A couple little stories. Graphic novel sales are up with Dogman, Bunny vs. Monkey, and the Bible.
Oh, the Action Bible. That's
Yes.
is that what's his name? That's Tucci, isn't it?
Sergio Corello. Is it Tucci?
I think Tucci had something to do with that.
Tucci is called
something else.
yeah, it's
The
called
story.
something else. The story,
That's right.
yeah.
The story, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't get
I don't think of
Dogman.
any of these when I think of action.
These
When
are
I think
not.
of graphic novels.
Yeah.
These I don't think these are comic book store items. This goes back to when we were talking about Heidi's piece. You know, these
I
are not
disagree. They are
indicative.
graphic novels because they're all original stories in a book form. Graphic novel.
Right. But how much of remember when Subway had the Justice League comic books?
Subway. You mean
Subway
the dollar
sandwich.
store?
Yeah.
No, Subway sandwiches had a Justice League series of comic books like 10 years ago.
I don't remember that.
If
I
you
do.
bought the Subway meal, you got a free
never-
comic book.
Never eat that shit.
Those were only sold in
Makes
Subway.
pedophiles.
So if all of
Oh
a sudden,
my
well, yeah, but look, if you got to have a foot long, you got to have a foot long. But I would never consider the sale of those comic books as impactful on the comic shop. And there was no call to action to go find a comic shop after you went to Subway and got one.
Right.
So these don't direct anyone to a comic book store. These direct someone to Walmart, Amazon, and Barnes and Nobles.
But if you have a comic shop, you can definitely buy these. Galactics will give you an account and sell you all the ones you want. Because I'm
Captain
a Scholastic dealer.
Underpants. I'm telling you, I sell a ton of Captain Underpants for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the top list. You ready? And it's children's. It's all children's books, though.
Yeah.
YA.
That's because comics have given up on children.
This says graphic novel sales are up, but it's all children's books.
Yeah, because they can't get other comics. There's like a handful of comics that come out every month now.
Yep.
And they're always stopping them and restarting them. And
it might be like a kiddier version of Miles Morales or Spider-Gwen or
they're still
Thor.
writing them, but they're also still writing them in a 6-issue arc so they can do a fucking trade paperback.
Right.
Here's the only one I see
doesn't
that's
work for
comic book.
kids.
Where's Spidey?
Yeah.
Yeah, and out of those 100,000 units, I would argue less than 10,000 were bought by comic shops.
Oh,
And I think that where Spidey is not actually
and there's a
like
secret
a comic book. It's more like a Captain Underpants, Doctor Underpants.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Doctor Underpants.
Right. And there's a secret to will I get us in trouble if I say this? You know what? I'm gonna save this and we'll talk about after the show, and maybe I can talk about because it would get us kind of in trouble if I told you the secret of how this stuff is sold and how they
It's
fix
sold
the
through
numbers.
it's sold through Scholastic. First of all, the
That's
primary place for Dogman and Captain Underpants is Scholastic Book Club. I had two kids bug me for money so they could buy a $4 pencil, a $10 young YA novel, and two things that I probably had at my store that they
And
didn't.
you were just
get for
happy
me.
they were reading.
And I was just happy they wanted books.
Right.
And, you know, every parent just gives their kid a $20 bill and lets them go wild at the Scholastic Book Fair. And these things are impulse buys. They all get counted in that book scan because Scholastic, you know, publishes all that data. And occasionally the overflow goes to Barnes and Nobles, Walmart, and like I said, Amazon has all.
But all the bookstores and all the publishers, this is teaching kids to read serialized novels.
Yeah.
Right.
So they love this. This is their favorite thing in the fucking world. That's why it's always on the top of the list.
Yep.
Okay, so apparently I can tell this secret. Someone just told me who's watching the show that I can say it. So basically how this works is you have these big box stores. We'll just take Walmart. And what Walmart does is they say, we have this quarter, we're returning 100,000 Dogman books.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. And then what happens is the company, the distributor, sells them 100,000 books. They don't erase the 100,000 they brought back up.
Right.
They add the 100,000 to the sales, so it's a double banger, and that's how you see these numbers. Get so
then
big.
all of the overage that gets sent back gets sent to Ollie's Central Warehouse, where it gets
and
split up.
Counts as sales again.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's triple counted in sales and this stuff. So you got to be very careful when you look at lists like this. And so, yeah, it is what it is. It's a shame, but that is the
Well,
way
it's the
that
I want to make
difference.
it clear, though. I want to make it clear that we're not shitting on these books, like because shout out to Rhino in the chat that says my boys always want me to read those books to them. I'm way cool
Yeah,
with it.
they
So
freaking
are
love
we.
it.
Fantastic.
So are we. Great. That's amazing. But these are not comic books. Like, I don't know if these should be in the sales for graphic
and
novels.
that's the thing. That's the thing. And I'm not just throwing Heidi under the bus because everybody does this. As
How many
somebody
times do we say that an episode?
as somebody says,
We love you, Heidi.
oh my God, the comic shops are doing bad and the comic industry is not selling as many books. There's always somebody in the comic press going, yeah, but Dogman was #1 last year. And there's a couple comic book stores that sell Dogman. So therefore, you're wrong. It's not a bad market. You know, if you had shown me this, Brian, go back to that list. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, Jesse. But go back to that list. We all agreed Scott Snyder's Absolute Batman was one of the best-selling graphic novels last year in the comic book shops.
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's
on
that
the
on
list.
here? Huh. So if the best-selling graphic novel, Emmett, where are all those?
There isn't a comic on that list, is there?
Where's the little mini books that you were talking about that DC made?
DC Compacts.
Compacts.
Where are those?
I don't see a single one.
Oh, wait, is it? Oh, no. Go top 50, and the top selling books at comic shops. None of them are on this list. That's how important we are to whatever this list is.
And the other thing is how doesn't somebody make a Pokemon comic book?
Oh, yeah.
I could sell
They
do. Pokemon card in it.
Well, yeah, they're not going to go that far. And, the thing is I talked to IDW at the point at which they did that collaboration with Magic the Gathering, and they shrink wrapped a Magic card with, the
Did
comic
you buy
book.
Munchkin comics? Munchkin comics came with a card in it.
And those cards were actually rare. Those cards were actually rare.
Yeah. And they sold really well for me, and then they just stopped doing them.
Yeah, because the thing is as good as a good selling comic book is, people who make games like Pokemon couldn't give two shits about the extra 100,000 Pokemon cards that they made for the comic book publisher and put in there. They just don't.
It's not worth their time.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly. Yeah, so it is interesting. It is a good list.
The problem is that when times are good,
type of big box company, but for our industry, no, that's not. You shouldn't. If you have a comic book store, you probably shouldn't be using this list.
True.
Right.
But
and
you should also be carrying them fucking books.
Right. And on the vice versa, if there was a comic book list, which I'm sure there is of real comic books, those big box stores probably wouldn't want to use our list.
Right.
So it is. If that's a selling tool, whoever did this has told everybody Dogman is the #1 selling book. He ain't going to put it number 10 on that list. There's no freaking way he's going to allow that to get to number 10.
Some more industry news.
We never asked.
The Eisner Awards now run by Laura Jones, and it's open for submissions for 2026. Let me tell you a little about Laura Jones. Laura Jones, the operations and programming coordinator at San Diego Comic-Con with a sociology degree from Sonoma State University, is the new administrator of the Eisner Awards for 2026.
Jackie Estrada ran it forever. She's the queen of San Diego, and she retired after last year, and this is her replacement.
Yep. I think there should be an award for the most losses for nominations.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, I should probably get that award. 14 times. How can I lose 14 times in the same freaking category?
Listen, Susan Lucci, you just have to keep bugging them until they give you an honorary loser award.
Right.
I want there to be some integrity come back.
But what's not
Why
integrity?
do you say that? Explain
Here's
that.
the thing. Did you watch the Golden Globes or see the clips from it?
No, there was football on, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't.
But
I
the
don't,
point is awards are awards. If you care about the award, then you care about it. They had, to me, the funniest joke last night, or at the Golden Globes 2 nights ago, was this is the first time 5 women and 1 man have been nominated for Best Director. This is the only time that there have been more women directors than a male director.
Did the male win it?
The male won it.
All right, I gotta ask Emmett. Tell me about integrity. What are you looking at San Diego awards as far
all
as
the awards seem to be, and I'm not talking about the retail. I'm talking about all of the awards.
Yeah.
People win the Eisner Award of books that I've never fucking heard of.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're not a good book.
No.
But how come they're so good that nobody fucking knows about them?
So here we go. Best short, these are from last year. Best short story, Spaces by Phil Jimenez. Best single issue one shot, The War on Gaza by Joe Sacco. Best continuing series, Santos Sisters by Greg and Fake. I love the Santos Sisters. I'm cool with that one. Yep.
But still really small.
Yes, this is a personality conflict.
Yes, you're 100% right.
Personality contest.
Best limited series, Zatanna, Bring Down the House by Mariko Tamaki and Javier Rodriguez. Best new series, Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman over Absolute Batman, which is way surprising. Best publication for early readers.
I'll tell you, at the beginning of the year, when both of them came out, I did like the Wonder Woman better. I liked them both, but I thought the Wonder Woman was
but I will just say this. They like Scott Snyder. They don't love Scott Snyder.
Let's see here. Let's go for like some of the stuff that we best comics. No, hey, best comics related book. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. It's a long. It's like 3 or 4 hours.
Best
long,
writer, Jean Luen Yang for Lunar New Year's Love Story. Over James Tynion, over Josh Williamson, over Scott Snyder, over Ram V. Best writer / artist, Charles Burns for comics. Why isn't Mark in there? I think I'd rather have Mark over half these people.
Yeah, because first of all, nobody nominated him.
Yeah.
The nomination process is all of the process.
Best
you
painter,
have to have a lot of
Eduardo Rizzo. Okay, I'm cool with that. He's one of the best painting artists in the game, so I'm cool with that.
It's hard to fake. It's hard to fake that though.
Best cover artist, Tula Lotai. Are you kidding me? She's amazing, but she's not the best cover artist of the year. In most people's opinion. So
because the people who get to vote,
I will quote
a
Eric
lot of
Cartman.
industry people, and it's very like, oh, I want to show that I'm an intellectual and I'm smart and I've read all the books.
Eric Cartman said it best. That's just every movie is about gay cowboys eating pudding.
Let's look at the Ringos. The Ringos used to be one that people held up high.
Yep.
Favorite villain.
Really ridiculous.
Favorite villain, Mr. Barnaby. Favorite new series, The Pedestrian.
Distillery. Magma.
Favorite new talent, Annie Wright. Favorite
Mad
publisher,
Cave.
Mad Cave. What? Mad Cave did nothing. Favorite hero, Alex from Senorita Cometa. A webtoon.
Webtoon, yep.
A webtoon's winning
Gotta have a webtoon in there because they're hip.
Best cover artist, Bilqui Evely. Best series, The Pedestrian. Best letterer, or I don't know about that. Best original graphic novel, Jane American, self-published. Best writer, Kelly Thompson.
What did Kelly write last year?
The Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And what it is, and the thing, best cartoonist, Eric Powell. I love Eric Powell. Eric Powell has diehard fans that will lie in
Jay
streets
Stevenson
for him.
should have been way over Eric Powell last year, in my opinion. Jay Stevenson put out way more.
Dogman, the Dogman guy. He's the number one selling. You'd think he'd be on there. Nope.
Yeah, and you would think that winning this would elevate you next year to win the
Sell a
award
book, get you
again.
a job.
Right. But when did this happen? John Layman, Rob Guillory, Chew.
Yep.
Won best comic book, right? And then they won it 2 years in a row, right? Because it elevated them to go to that next level. I don't think you see this in the Eisners anymore. It's a one and done, get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
And I think there's 5 judges. I don't know how many judges there are.
But I
there
think
can't
it's
be
just
too many.
they have a bunch of people that have industry votes, right?
They jury them.
No.
It's
So
gatekeeping.
the nominations get you here, here, and here, and then they jury them.
Yeah.
You know, like in my high school, we all got together, the senior class, and we were gonna have Dream On as our senior song. And somehow it came up the Times from the Times to Remember by Billy Joel. And we're like, what? Did you vote? No, did you? No, Dream On. They threw Dream On out because they thought it was a joke vote. They had no idea that this big resurgence of Aerosmith, and we all love Dream On. And that's where it happens. Is oh well, we'll just throw that one out. Oh yeah,
right.
No.
Yeah, so it's listen, it's part of their culture to have these awards all the time. I've never been to one.
It's not part of their culture. It's part of all of our culture. Like comics awards are a big thing.
Brian.
There is a way to change it. It's a lot of work, though. I'll tell you. If you want to do it right, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, we do it ourselves right here. Industry of Comics Award.
Lot of work.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
We did
You're
it.
talking about reading
awards.
Look, I own a comic shop. I'm trying to read at least 2 comics every day, and that doesn't get me through the week's comics.
Yeah. Yep.
It's man, you really have to read a lot of books, and a lot of books you ain't gonna like, and you still got to read them.
Yeah, it's not like we order every single book. I don't order every single book that comes out. I mean, and some of these graphic novels and whatever that was. I mean, I don't know.
A lot of those books truthfully I've never heard of. I've never can even remember seeing them on FOC.
Yeah, that's because they probably don't sell in comic
And that's
shops.
not me. Again, we gotta say this. It's not us shitting on any of those people. Congratulations to those people. You got your flowers. That's great. But
the year I opened my store, the Sheriff of Baghdad came out and it won the Eisner. And I was like,
that's so big.
I've got it. Well, I don't know if it's so big for you, but I bought a copy of it and I put it on my wall. Eisner winner. 2 years later, that same copy, the one copy I bought to celebrate it, was still sitting on my wall.
Right. Who wrote that?
It was one of the big guys. I forget.
Okay. So it's not okay. I'm thinking of the guy in.
You're thinking are you thinking of Sheriff of Babylon?
Yeah. No. There's a military guy. They call him the Sheriff of Baghdad. John something, whatever. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so again, it is what it is, and they do them every year, and cool. She, hopefully she can look at some stuff that will make it better, right? Funner, maybe more interactive.
But it comes back to, and this is my black pill.
But it seems like if you sell a lot of books, you can't get an Eisner.
Right. But the thing is, as retailers, Jesse got nominated 14 times and lost. I got nominated 3 times and I just stopped. I was like, no, I'm out. I don't need this. Especially when every single retailer walked up to me and said, how did you not get in with that video? I had like one of the best produced videos that year. Did not make the cut because Chris Powell was on the board that year and said, no way Dennis gets in. Aside from that.
Were you in when Archie
it was Ross.
Voting?
It was Ross Ritchie, Chris Powell. I forget the previous winners. I forget who it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Again, that's always a challenge too.
Yeah, but the point is there's a certain point where you try really hard to make this industry represent what you think this industry is, and the more times you get slapped, the more times you get disrespected, the more times that you don't make it to that next level or your word is heard, you just give up and you just say, fuck it. Let them give their fucking award to their gay cowboy eating pudding comic book and then move on.
Well, there's a new awards that's been announced. The Jack and Roz Kirby Awards. Partnership between Kirby Estate, Kirby Museum, and comic art fans. The first award ceremony.
Is that OAX?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, comic art fans is OAX. The first award ceremony will be held at OAX this year, February 20th and 20th through the 22nd.
What's got last year's books?
It says the structure of the awards is very different from the Eisners and the Harveys, with new categories, no time restrictions, and a rule that award winners will be eligible for nomination for 5 years after receiving the award. So there you go, Jesse.
Yep.
Ineligible.
Ineligible.
Oh, ineligible. The categories are divided into two types: core awards and legacy awards. The 5 core awards with definitions are independence, one who remains steadfast and fierce; innovator, one distinguished by new methods, approaches, and ideas; visionary, one distinguished by vital originality; newcomer, one to support in all ways; storyteller, one adept at shared human connection; and teacher, one who suspends self and readily bestows experience and guidance; creator, one whose life work is exemplar for those to come. What the fuck?
Yeah,
are we serious
just real
here?
fast. Yeah. Timothy, thank you. That's why I was talking about Shrek. So I appreciate that. I can't remember his nickname. All right.
This shit's
Anyways,
so weird,
these
man.
words are crazy. I mean,
well, the thing is about leaving them ambiguous is that you can fit anything into there and it not be like we're cutting apart all the rest. Like, visionary, one distinguished by virtual originality. That's kind of hard to say anything against. Once you pick somebody we think this is the most original.
And honestly, and I'm not shitting on the show because I hear it's awesome.
OAX is amazing. Yeah.
But how many featured artists that are coming to that event are going to also get juried into positions for the awards? I just see that. I've always said there was a conflict of interest, and then when I had the curtain pulled back on the Harvey Awards when it was at Baltimore and was told how the sausage was made.
Where are the Harveys now?
I heard they got moved to another show. I think they're at Heroes now. Is that right, chat?
So.
If somebody knows.
There's something.
But they used to be at Baltimore, and if you were a publisher that was setting up at Baltimore Comic-Con and you brought in X creator won an award because he was there and the publisher was represented.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah.
Shit.
So again.
And I loved and respected the Harveys for a long time until I heard what the fuckery was.
Yeah, I think OAX though, that's a certain brand of customer. It's not like you're getting the masses of people there saying,
you're
"Hey,
right. You're right. I agree with that. They
So
can be ambiguous like that. It's still kind of fucking weird, but
yeah.
It's very pretentious.
Yeah. Here's another one. Did you guys see this? GameStop closing hundreds of stores.
Yeah.
I have some information on this, guys.
Thank you, GameStop, for closing the only other competition for used video games near me.
So I got to know a lot of old GameStop managers. And the fact that my new concept store in Monroe is in a former GameStop. So GameStop employees come over to remember the old times when this was the GameStop. So when this got announced, I think a week and a half ago, I sent some texts out and I was like, "Oh, hey, where's the axe coming?" And they're like, "Oh, I just talked to the manager over here and they're safe. They've got and this is how it fell down. Most of these GameStops have a $1.5 million nut. And they have to make that nut to prove that they are viable. But it's not just that. If one store makes their 1.5 in November and closes at 1.9, and the other store 10 minutes away makes 1.5 December 15th, that second store is on the chopping block. And in fact, it actually happened that way.
Wow.
They made their
Just move
nut.
the money.
They made their nut. They should have been safe, but it was too close to another store.
Right.
And their thinking is that if we close the second store to make their nut 10 minutes away, that means store number 1 that made their nut in November is going to make both nuts.
Yeah. They were almost putting these fucking things like Starbucks.
Yeah, radius clause, doing a radius clause way to do business is exactly what Dennis just said, is you're collapsing your locations into one mega flagship store.
Yep.
And that traditionally works. In this case, it's how many of those consumers have cars or skateboards or bikes to go 10 miles.
Right.
And
the
will
other
that
thing is,
happen?
How big is that store? Like, can you handle that kind of volume in the size store? Right. You were splitting it because you had the 2 small stores in 2 different places.
They don't take that into consideration.
Yeah.
They don't take into consideration their leases, because the one store that made their nut in November has twice the lease potential of the store they closed.
Right.
Wow.
Because they can pay out the smaller lease easier than they can pay out that bigger lease. It's fascinating to me. But yeah, Emmett, the easiest thing is I'm neither of the GameStops that are close to me are closing, so I still have GameStops.
Yeah. So it's very interesting.
I have 3 new game stores that opened up 5 minutes from me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, let me tell you this story. This was really interesting. So there's a kind of pseudo comic shop operating in my vicinity. They open, they close, it's kind of all over the place. This is like the 3rd or 4th incarnation of this guy opening a store. And I'm friendly with him. And he sends me a text out of nowhere. Hey, I just got approved to sell Pokemon. I have new Pokemon coming in February. Let me know what you need. And I'm like, actually, I'm good. He literally just opened his store like a month and a half ago. And he's already got a Pokemon account, and he's already getting new product. I think the flood is going to happen in such a monstrous way. And these guys are all going to be buying max out of everything, to the point where I think it's highly possible the bubble is about to pop on all of this new product, and that it's going to be a shift to vintage for Pokemon.
I just got 500 packs of Destined Rivals.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just saw
a distributor.
They're putting 151 back into those machines that they're putting everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, and I just found 2 ETBs of 25th celebration in the warehouse.
Wow.
Yeah, and those are going for about 700 a piece now.
I was going to say, might be $1,000.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm going to put them up for $1,000, but yeah, I saw a couple sell for 700.
Okay. You know, the funny thing is not the prices sometimes are for some of the older stuff is lower on eBay.
Right.
It usually
than
is.
they are in store.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's free money. You know, I bought these for $45 a piece 3 years ago and put them in a case. And I was like, oh, I found a sealed box of Vivid Voltage as well. You know, it's like, just stupid shit I threw in the back and like didn't touch.
Hey, Brian, can you put up that article about Dark Horse that I sent? I just want
what
touch
happened
on
to Dark
that a little
Horse?
bit. Well, they're doing something kind of weird. It almost seems like they hired someone from Sears.
Really?
So they're launching a print catalog. That's pretty
Why?
ballsy in this day and age.
Yeah, everything's
Well, because Image started one, and so did Dynamite has one. IDW has one.
Yeah.
Who carries them? Lunar?
Dark Horse is Lunar.
Yep.
Yep. Lunar. Yep.
Am I right?
Yeah. The thing is you got to fight. You've got to fight to come anywhere, Lunar, because Lunar is DC's bitch. And they didn't want you. They took you. I just think that this is their way of trying to be seen in a place where it's all about buying DC.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think you could spend the same
I was
amount
wrong.
of
It's-
money.
It's PRH.
Yeah.
No, it's Lunar.
Oh, is it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Lunar. Music
No.
Pub says it's Lunar.
I can't remember, but I just think it's strange that you wouldn't put your money in some social groups that cater to comic retailers that is more proactive on a daily viewership.
It is PRH.
And so, okay, cool. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I just went to the PRH because I'm doing my order for the 12th.
Okay. Also, can we talk about leaks? Is there such thing as a leak?
No, it's all planned.
Right.
Purposely.
Every time Rich Johnston's gotten a leak, I gotta believe there's a PR person that helped plant that leak,
I don't think it's a PR person, so to say.
or a disgruntled employee.
Yeah.
No, it actually. Listen, if you're planning on something coming out and you're expecting there to be buzz, and on day one when you've announced it but not given any details, and there's the next day there's no buzz, the next day there's a fucking leak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they need to create some fucking buzz. Look, Magic does it all the time. They leak cards.
Yeah.
Oh, these cards were leaked. They're not fucking leaked. It's a PR stunt to get people excited about the next set. I don't think comics does it enough.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very cool.
So let's see here. What do we got coming up? We've got Free Comic Book Day. We're gonna kind of try and key into that at some point. And then you guys got anything big coming up in the next couple weeks?
I have a great show coming up in 30 minutes on eBay Live.
I have something huge coming up.
But you can go first, Dennis.
I thought, well, you just got a live
Okay,
show.
you want me to go first? First of all, I forgot to show this awesome piece I just got in.
What is that?
It's an alien walking a face hugger.
Face hugger.
I think that was a loot crate. I think that was a loot crate statue.
Was it? Yeah,
he's
pretty cool.
peeing on a fire hydrant.
He's peeing on a fire hydrant. So, and then tonight, I have a special event that is generated from Mr. Dennis Barger. We are going to be having a pencil sale tonight of 1970 and 1980 pencils from pro teams that don't even exist anymore.
Nice.
So we have some cool things. We got about 300 pencils we're going to be selling tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to go to 5 a.m. slinging about 250 bucks. So check us out. eBay Live, Just James Comics, rocking all night into the morning, because that's how we get excited about comic books.
Dennis?
Insanity.
I'm going last. Emmett.
Okay.
I'm going to have a large sale for Valentine's Day because in retail for years, it's always the President's Day sale, but I think that's fucking over. I don't think we'll be having any kind of President's Day sales. We may not have another one. So I'm having a Valentine's Day sale, all music. Because I have about 6,000 CDs to get rid of. So I'm going to have a big sale on that. And I got a email, and I may have to eat my words in the future. I got an email from Whatnot. I'm willing to have the conversation with them.
Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something here, Emmett. What are you doing right now? You are talking live on the screen.
Yeah, no,
what
I know.
stopped you from saying, "Look at this pencil"?
No, nothing. It's the company. I got to get some assurances that I don't have to run it like a casino. I can run my show like I want to run my show. And whether I make money or not, that's up to me. They get a piece of whatever I do sell. I don't want to be spinning fucking wheels. I don't want to be putting surprise graded books up as giveaways. I don't want to be forced to do any shit that's not my idea.
You'll be on Whatnot in a month then.
Yep.
Okay.
They don't force you to do anything over there.
You are doing your show.
Yeah.
If you want to disappear like you do in your videos here, you disappear.
That's why I changed the hat.
Exactly.
I figured it out. It's the fucking hat.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah, exactly. You can disappear. A live show is you. It's your personality.
Yeah.
You're providing great comic book therapy to everybody's comic book needs, and that's all you have to do. You don't need the bells and whistles. I feel sorry for. Well, I'm not going to go into that part, but just do it the way you want to do it. Don't worry about it.
And they'll let you do that.
And the other thing is that I have a second business that I'm having difficulty getting sales.
Massage parlor.
I wish I would be spending all my money. I'm having difficulty getting time to spend it.
I don't think you got that one. I think
Sorry.
that one.
The massage parlor. What
Yeah,
he thinks
we
I'll
thought
be doing the
you
massages.
would then be giving the massages.
I don't think anybody wants that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if they can let me put both businesses on, then I definitely probably will be in. So
You could sell fucking guppies on Whatnot if you want, bro.
I know.
Koi.
Look,
Koi.
I'm
I
telling
sell
you,
guppies.
Vintage
Fighting spiders.
clothing.
Have you
Vintage
guys heard
clothing,
about fighting
not
spiders?
just T-shirts. Yeah, I have. My granddaughter had to.
She had fighting spiders? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No,
Real ones?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that's what she said. She bought them at the local. We have a place that doesn't sell like any furry animals. They only sell invertebrates and insects.
Bro, these fighting spider things are crazy. It's like
You got
it's
got
some of the
videos
crazy
of it?
shit. Yeah, you want to see it?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Especially, I don't know if they show the hamster stuff, but
All right, check this out.
Are we
dude.
sure these AI aren't AI spiders?
No,
fighting?
Bro,
they're not,
you
they're
guys
not.
are gonna trip out. So this is in the Philippines, okay?
Oh, then probably not.
Check this out.
No, hers
I'm
didn't
already
look
done.
like that.
No, just
I'm
watch.
already
This
done.
is fucking crazy.
I just met this guy here in the Philippines and he has spiders. I'm gonna go and buy one and me and him are gonna have a spider fight and see who wins. Let's go. This is my spider.
Yes.
Alright, you're gonna have to. What? You've got a box of them. Which one's your best?
Yes.
This is your best one?
Yes.
Alright, and then what? Oh no, he's gonna freaking get you. Okay. So
Put him
puts
on a
that
stick.
spider and this is mine. Yeah, you help me out here. You're the professional.
These kids are not
Come
even
on, bro.
afraid. Look, they
Go.
fight.
Fuck him up! Yes! 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 Fuck him up! No, come on.
She's running.
Come on.
You win this spider, you win.
Oh no! You win again?
Oh.
Oh, yours is tough, bro. His is aggressive. His is aggressive.
Watch this
Bro,
till the
his
end.
keeps
This is crazy.
Smashing mine. There we go. Yeah. Go on. Get back on. You've got it. No, bro, his is. Oh no!
Your spider, you win.
What?
Yes.
I win?
Oh.
Yours is dead?
Oh, yes.
Oh, mine KO'd his.
He's knocked out.
Bro, it KO'd him. Oh! Yeah, get wrecked! Bro, that's crazy.
It's not over yet. Hold on. Watch this.
Bro, I won the first round. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how much energy.
Now
mine's
this
got
kid
left in
pulls
him
out
after
another
that
one of
fight.
his. And they fight again.
Oh, shit.
Your spider, you lose.
I lost? How'd you... Bro, look at that. It's wrapping a web around it. No, that's crazy. It's wrapping a
That
web
kid,
around it.
that is the equivalent of 3-card Monty in whatever country this is. because that kid kept his ringer in the box.
Yep.
Got that guy to buy a shitty a spider from the spider seller so that he could win the one battle, so that he could pull out the ringer and destroy the competition.
This shit blew me away to the point where I'm like going all in on it. The spider fighting in the Philippines is a major thing. There's this lady over there where
I bet you can start betting on it.
Oh yeah, bro.
There's that news page. I'll get the info for you. You can bet on anything now.
Look at this.
No.
Look at this. Check this out.
It's gonna ruin our country.
And this woman.
This is the lady that sells the spiders in the Philippines.
These are all boxes of spiders right here, and this woman is the ultimate spider wholesaler. She has every supply you might need.
She's the spider plug.
From buying your spiders to all the different cases, from the cheapest 3 pesos, 5 pesos, going up to 50 pesos, and then if you're super luxurious, you can get this one, 150 pesos. This is the ultimate suite
out of
for
a Johnny
your
Walker
spiders.
box.
Right?
Yeah. Johnny Walker on the top.
Yeah. Fucking A.
I'm actually upgrading my spiders right now. These are battling spiders here in the Philippines, and all the kids have them. This is his spiders. These are mine that I've been battling recently.
I was gonna
Pokemon
say.
for real. Fucking A it is, dude. This is amazing. This is so cool. Me as a kid would have
cool
been
until the fucking spider overlords decide to kill us all.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah.
All right, Dennis, what do you got going on?
Brian, pull up the link.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So the store 2 doors away from me just announced last week or 2 weeks ago that the Worm is coming to Franklin Park Mall.
Dude, I have so many Dennis Rodman cards. It's unreal.
Fucking Rodman. I can say this with all due deference, the coolest Dennis in history.
He is.
I'm the second coolest, of course, but
there's stories. He went viral the other week for him banging.
Don't scroll up. Don't scroll up.
Okay.
What do you think Dennis Rodman is charging for an autograph?
$250.
Jesse?
Dennis Rodman? Oh, 400.
60.
Brian?
60.
90.
90. Okay.
Not bad.
$90 for Dennis
great.
Rodman?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's amazing, I think.
Yeah.
That's completely cheap. What I was wanting to pay.
I would say, to me, he's top 5 90s players.
He's the greatest
80s to
rebounder
90s.
ever to play the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
And the only reason Michael Jordan is because they had to steal him from Detroit. But other than that.
Didn't they steal him from San Antonio first? Didn't he go to San Antonio?
No, he was
first?
Detroit. He was one of the bad boys. Back to back.
I know. But then he went to San Antonio and then the Bulls, right? Or it was the opposite?
No, he went straight to the Bulls and then San Antonio.
Okay.
Because
and then the Lakers.
Michael wanted to prove that it wasn't just Rodman coming from Detroit that made him a champion.
That
Michael won his first. Michael won his first 3 without Rodman.
No.
Yes, he did.
No,
92.
He wasn't on the team the first.
He wasn't on the 92, 93, and 94 teams.
Hold on.
Yeah, he came in like
he came
the
in
fourth year.
He came in the second three-peat. Rodman doesn't. Rodman only has 5 rings. Yeah, 2 with the Pistons and 3 with the Bulls.
Oh, he did go to the Spurs. Okay, so he went to the Spurs before Bulls.
Yeah. That was when the Spurs were really good, and I think he never won it with the Spurs, but they won it.
But I don't think he won the championship.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
Spurs? No, not with the Spurs.
No, but they were really good.
Dennis, sadly, I sold the Rodman action figure I had.
Oh, I found after I talked to you, I've got the 3 starting lineup.
The memory?
Rodmans.
Oh, the starting lineups.
The starting lineup with the 3 different Rodmans.
I had the 12-inch.
Oh, nice.
12-inch. Like.
So when is this autographing?
January 24th, and I'm talking to PSA tomorrow about having because we're going to become a PSA drop site, etc. So I'm probably going to do some kind of I talked to them today, and they said, yeah, we'd love to have you authenticate for PSA. So
cool.
I'm going to be authenticating for PSA and doing PSA submissions, etc.
So what's the store 2 doors down that he's coming
It's
to?
called, can you pull up that? It's got a name. It changed names right when we opened, and I can't remember.
Authentic
Is it a
Inks?
sports?
Authentic Inks.
Oh, wow. I wonder what they paid him.
They probably give him half
Well,
of the.
Well, I know for a fact that they said they have 100 pieces that they are getting autographed, and he will sign everything that comes his way during this signing
For $90.
for $90. So my guess is it's a $10,000 buy-in, probably plus a $10,000 guarantee. So it's probably $20K if I had to guess.
Well, you know what else is coming up? In 16 days, 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 26 seconds, Swornfest is happening in Mesa, Arizona. We will have Brian Polito on not tomorrow night, but the following Wednesday. He's going to come on and talk about Swornfest. Billy's gonna. We finally got the okay go from Billy. Billy's gonna meet me and Leg are going. Leg's coming into town for this. So I'm looking forward to it. Swornfest 2026, January 30th, 31st, and February 1st here in Mesa, Arizona. So if any of you guys are out here,
wear black. Do not wear anything but black.
There you go.
Don't wear red. Don't wear yellow.
Pink. Be the band. Be the toughest guy in the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing. All the artists are there. They're in a squared circle. It is awesome. They're doing live jams.
Hey, I see some girls there not wearing black, Jesse.
Yeah, because they're dressed in white. Because they're body painted white.
A lot of artists, a lot of original art, a lot of sketching going on. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun, man. I had a great time last year. So
yeah, it's if you haven't been to one, folks, this is a great thing. You get to hang out with a lot of people. They knight a whole bunch of people as well at this event. It's very affordable. Yeah, I think you come away very, very happy. And he's got the best community artists for his brand possible.
I'm looking forward to getting my challenge coin. I'm gonna get my first challenge coin at this event. So and I'm looking forward to drinking with Leg. Anytime I see Leg, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
What is
Can you keep up? Can you keep up? That's my question.
No.
So what other publisher can do something like this?
No, none.
None.
Because
Image tried it 2 or 3 years and eventually just stopped doing
14, 15th. Right. It wasn't even work because the only reason why you went was to get the exclusives.
Yep.
Yeah.
The retailers aren't even at these events. There's no retailers for the most part.
Right. You really have to cultivate this kind of event.
I mean, honestly, I think at one time Ethan had an opportunity to do this and it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
Well, he'd want to have to gamble his own money on it.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. No, he would have kickstarted it all. He would have, done whatever the crowdfunding was for it. It was called the For the Fans Fest, and they talked about it. And I said, "I'll be in. I'll sell merch."
Unfortunately, they're falling apart, man.
Yeah.
They're imploding. But you know what isn't? Fucking Coffin Comics, man. Coffin Comics.
No, exactly. And Brian has cultivated that his entire career. He understood Lady Death is his IP, and if he ever ventured away from it, that he always came back to it. No matter, what was in the way of it, he always came back to that. That is his IP. He never abandoned. And it proves it that he was able to one by one create the fandom to make these kind of events and his entire business model happen.
Right. Yeah, to a point where I don't think people go to a convention and say, "Oh, I'm pro Amazing Spider-Man," and you got the pro Amazing Spider-Man group walking around with their sign. No, you just got Amazing Spider-Man fans.
Right.
This is
It's a serious community.
Yeah, it's a serious community. You can call it a cult. You can call it whatever you want, but it is awesome sauce. I missed last year. I'll try to go this year. I'm possibly go this year.
They don't. Not only though that does he have this one event, but like they keep in contact like throughout the year.
Yep.
Like through the Kickstarters, through the website. Well, it's only the website now, right? He's not doing Kickstarter. He's doing his own.
Well, he has his own
launch.
website. Yeah.
So through the website, but
Coffin launch.
Yeah, but I think that they have a Discord or something, don't they?
Oh yeah,
he's got all that
everybody
stuff.
has a Discord. Yeah. Yep.
So like it's a true community, which you don't see for other brands.
Well, and it's a weaponizable community because, as the Wheelers found out, you go after the sworn army, you do it at your own peril.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Mike Chrome, Dan Mendoza, Sora Sung, Mike DeBalfo, Marissa Pope, Eric Balsuda, Don McTeague. So I mean, it's gonna be crazy.
That's a great lineup.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting Sora Sung. She is unreal, man. Woo. So, all right. That being said, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Don't forget.
Yeah, tomorrow night for Wednesday night review, and Mark's going to join us to talk about the February send-in for the signing of the Naughty List comics, and what is the reason for it and everything like that. So that'll be fun. And then on Thursday night, I'll be on Whatnot with another comic sale. I had a really good comic sale on Sunday night. I was supposed to have a card sale last night, but I was just too sick. I'm getting over being sick. I got to go see a doctor, man. I've been having some fucking migraines from demon migraines. I mean,
chiropractor.
Yeah.
So I will
Snap, crackle, pop.
I will be Whatnot on Thursday comics. We'll have I just got those 3 cases in of blind bags. So if you guys want to take your shots at pulling a Holy Grail or one of the Naughty List covers, come do it over there. We'll do 5 and 10 pack lots of them for you guys.
Yep.
And then
I have, just so you know, I have Baltimore Colts pencils, Houston Oilers pencils, San Diego Chargers pencils, and Oakland Raider pencils.
Those
they
Houston
no longer
ones
exist.
Always sell well.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that store that was found? It was an old athletic store that they shut down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they found it and they went in and it was all those shoes from the early 80s, like all the Asics, all the satin.
What?
Remember the old shiny satin football jackets and stuff?
That's what I got out of that hoarder house, Brian.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
I'm trying to find it. I saved it. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was
man.
literally a sporting goods store that had been abandoned 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody had used the building in 30 years?
Nothing.
Guy owned the building.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it was like Nike shoes, Adidas shoes, starter jackets, everything.
Fuck.
Hats, tons of old school hats. And they're all just $1,000, hundreds, thousands of dollars items on all of that stuff. So.
Wow.
But I want to end with one final thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing that holds us all together is we love to collect. And we spend a lot of money on the things we collect. And even senators, good senators, like Tim Burchett is a collector.
Good
U.S. politician says all of his money is in baseball cards and comic books. And you know what Tim Burchett is also great about? He's fighting the fight for the UAP to be talked about in Congress. He is the main guy that is fighting the fight to get all the information out about Lockheed and Northrop and Boeing that have all the UFOs hidden in their warehouses. This is the guy that's trying to get those warehouses. So even he's looking for warehouse finds. Ladies and
Isn't he
gentlemen.
the guy with that talks like a fucking guy from the Appalachian Mountains?
Yes.
Hey, don't start judging books by the cover.
Yeah.
We had that conversation last week, Emmett, about who else got misjudged because of his accent.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep.
Love you guys. We're out.